Peace up. Hey, time down. Oh, my fucking camera not hooked up. I'm tripping. Hold on. Oh, nigga. Hold on. Whoa. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa. We in the building? We in the building? Yep. My fault. I forgot to plug my fucking thing back up. Hold on. What I do? Turn off camera? It's never. It was never on. Turn off. Turn on. There we go. My swerve in that corner. Whoa. I do not like this song, but yeah. Oh shit. What's up, y'all, man? I'm motherfucking back. Where you been, D-Lo? Why you back, D-Lo? Y'all should know. Fuck. It ain't because of no bitch, you feel me? It ain't because of no fucking female, you know? Shit. But yeah, motherfucker back. Oh, D-Lo, why you ain't stream on your birthday? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry. Yo, I can't deal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna just put these in here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. But yeah, y'all, hold on. I'm trying to get out my work clothes right quick. I might explain, but most likely I'm not because I don't want to. Simple as that, you know. It's no important thing to let y'all know why I didn't stream on my birthday. If I fucking did, real talk, let's talk about that. If I would have fucking if I would have streamed on my fucking birthday, that shit would have been boring as fuck. When I say boring, nigga, I mean boring. Like ridiculous. Real shit though. Cause I didn't have no weed. Um, fuck. Somehow I got some alcohol. Somehow I don't know how, but I got some. And yeah, bro, I was just yeah, man. My birthday didn't go as I wanted it to go. So we not finna trip about that shit. Anyways, right power off. Bring one of these with me. Bring one of these with me. So I got some in here I need. There. Ooh, that. Yeah. Ooh, I almost dropped the fucking bottle. Boy, I thank God. I'm still doing shit, y'all. Hold on, man. Look, I ain't even. Okay, I got the bowl. I need to fill this bitch up right quick. But I want to put my tags on the microwave right quick, cause y'all already know what's going down tomorrow, and I just could not be without dope. So thank God a nigga got paid. Thank God a nigga got paid. Thank God a nigga got a nigga got a nigga got paid. Thank God a nigga got paid. Thank God a nigga got. Thank God a nigga got And you know it was real because only thing that I came out there with for Valentine's Day was this fucking pre-roll, that fucking Cheezo. I had only reason I got that because that was the only infused pre-roll they had. You already know me. I was going for either forbidden fruits or that lemon bitch, and they didn't have neither, so I was pissed. And that was fucking funny too. Like, fuck, I went over there around like 12 today or some shit. And man, motherfuckers said, the only infused pre-rolls we have right now is cheese. What's the hybrid? I was like, okay. Fuck. And I just got watermelon gushers because I didn't feel like trying Billy Ocean right now. And even though I want to try Billy Ocean, I didn't feel like trying it at this moment. So hopefully that still be there whenever I go back. If it don't, oh the fuck well. Alright. Can I? Yep. How much work in that corner? Whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna put some water in Bonge. Bonge? What? I know this motherfucker super glue better hold because I cannot buy another bone right now. Nor another stem. I could buy another stem, but definitely not another bone. I shouldn't be buying another stem since that shit is fucking $20. Bitches. Okay. Okay. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. We getting somewhere. Okay, okay, okay. Oh no. Boop boop. Boop boop. How much work been ain't gonna woo woo. Alright, so I'm definitely going to this one. There we go. Technique! Technique! Okay, y'all. Alright, y'all. Okay, y'all. Alright, y'all. First things first, I'm about to put all my fucking clothes in a bag. This one specifically. Just because I don't feel like throwing all them bitches on the floor right now. Well, except this one, just because that's my uniform. For everything else, it goes in the bag. It goes in the bag. The bag. The bag. What is that? Oh, this that load I put 30 fucking fabric salt sheets in that bitch. It wasn't 30, but it was close to it. How much love and been a corner wall? How much love and been a corner wall? Been a corner wall. Let me check myself before I wreck myself. Okay, we good. I'll still put this right here for, safety purposes. I might swerve and bend that corner. Whoa. Swerve. How the hell this thing end up in the fucking washer? I'm missing everything. Yeah. Now I want to go back to bar soap. Fuck odds. Sorry I'm taking so long, y'all. I'm really, really, really sorry. Really sorry. Really sorry. Man, I wanted to wear these shorts tomorrow, man. Fucking weather. Oh, I don't want to be hot no more. I want to be cold. Like, bitch. Bitch. Like, Lord have mercy. Bitch. Interior red, we bullying in here. I smoke out the pound, I smoke out the zip. Smoking on cookie tray, head like it's milk. Yeah. Oh, shut the fuck up and suck on his dick. Bro, Comethazine was really that motherfucker, bro. Like, you cannot say he was not that nigga. You cannot. She's trying to talk, I'm trying to hit. Oh, shut the fuck up and suck on his dick. Knocking right off his shit. Bitch! 3,555K on my wrist. Ball like Kobe on the Marta Rosa. When I pull up, little bitch, I don't miss. All white go yard supreme and looking so nice with the fit. Oh, like I want smoking on cookie jar like it's milk. Drinking like it's milk. She trying to talk, I'm trying to hit. Oh, shut the fuck up, it's wrong with you. That nigga was still up. Ooh, it got dark, yeah. We back, y'all. We back, y'all. We back. 6:30, 6:29 right now. I got everything I need in my area. Cool. How I swear and been that corner, whoa. And been that corner, whoa. Nah, yeah. I'm gonna leave this down for now. Leave that down for now. Bro, I really. Why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this? Yeah, like, bitch, you was already on the charger, and your ass just got off the charger just to find the charger again? Yeah, stop fucking playing with me. I swear, I've been in that corner, whoa. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm like, why I look dark? Boop. Boop, boop, boop. We back, bitch. Yes, sir. I really wanna fuck this motherfucking pre-roll, this watermelon gushers, but hmm, hmm. So I think that's an indica anyway. Who is WM? I know it in WrestleMania. Who the fuck is WM? Bring WM back. What did I mean by that? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I was gonna look at watermelon gushers. That's what I was gonna do. Um, Watermelon. It don't have a Z in it. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's just watermelon gusher. First. I'm still contemplating because this is 21. This is crazy that this is higher than this. Y'all know me, I don't really like smoking like that. At least smoking joints like that. Um, oh shit, okay. I'm gonna smoke half of this shit, real talk. I'm gonna smoke half of it. I'm gonna smoke half. Oh, it's right here. Real talk. It's still not down there, but fuck it. Look for my other lighter, because I don't like lighting it with this one. But it should be good. Side note, I haven't smoked since Saturday or Friday. Yeah, I haven't smoked since Friday, actually. Yeah, I haven't smoked since Friday, so 1 week. Let me stop because this bitch is kind of flimsy at the bottom. That's why I try to pack it down a bit, but it's all good. Today is the 20th. Tomorrow is the 21st. What goes down on February 21st, 2025? Just look that shit up. You gonna be surprised. Stupid ass. Crazy. And that bitch leave at 7 tonight. Okay, so. And see, they got different times. That's crazy. When I be, man, I'm just looking up Greyhound prices just because I still had an app and I was about to delete that bitch. I just wanted to see what it was hitting for. Bruh, they got different times, so. have been out there. And I would have got there around like 4:45. I don't like that, but that's manageable, because that means I can get there like super early and smoke. But nah, so I just asked, can I ride with him and his girl? He didn't mind. Hey, hey. I was about to download some apps just in case I get hungry. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm not that type of person, but if a motherfucking bitch trying to chill after the show, that rarely happens. Even when I fucking went to Houston for it, I'll get the Greyhound. You feel me? I'll get that bitch. Cause I had the Expedia app download and everything out. Cause like my plan was, before my car fucked up, my idea was to basically drive myself down there, a little early, and I was gonna end up getting a room just in case I'd be too lit to drive back. Plus, I don't like driving back at night anyway. Plus, it's gonna be like 9, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's gonna be 10. I forgot. SmackDown's a 3-hour show now. I ain't about to be nosy. Fuck that. But yeah, I forgot SmackDown's a 3-hour show. So a motherfucker gonna be getting out that bitch around like 10 instead of 9. See, yeah, that would have been a smart fucking move, cause hell no. I would have been damn, boy. Trying to drive back around that time? I'm trying to see if it's the fucking police. Like, I saw a big ass fucking light just flashing around the house across the street, whatever. I'm on my business. Well, that bitch went out for me. Thank you. Thank you. What I was saying. But yeah, my idea was to basically drive myself down there, you know, um, get a little pre-game lit on the road and kind of like finishing everything off in like the parking lot or garage where I was gonna use. I'm most likely gonna use the parking lot because I was gonna get the fucking room. And yeah, yup, go to that bitch, go to my room,
I'll fucking even stay there until my actual checkout time, my nigga, and that usually be around like 10 or 11. Cause I was just thinking about like soon as I get up and like soon as I just get like bored or kind of just ready to bounce, I would have left, and that would have been around like 7, maybe 8, 9, you know. So it was a good idea, man, and the universe was just hating on me. He was like, "No, nigga, that's too good of a plan. Delete it." Cause, bro, when I say I tried with that fucking car, bro, I tried. I tried. I even bought fucking oil and everything. I was about to change the oil to that bitch. I was about to get 2 new tires, bitch. Oh, I was about to make sure that I had no fucking problems when I'm in that area. You feel me? And it was a whole different thing that I wasn't even thinking about. Mm, mm. And I'm pretty sure I already told y'all about it because I think I got on this bitch the 2 days I was working on that hoe. So yeah. But yeah, that was my idea, dog. I was gonna drive myself down there, get lit, go to the show, go to the room, bounce. You know, simple. Like there was no other way to do it, to be honest. But with I'm riding with my supervisor and his girl, most likely all I gotta do is chill, pay for gas, and the parking fee, I probably can't smoke in they shit, but fuck it. I'm definitely gonna try to see if I can bring my shit so I can get lit in the fucking parking lot. I swear. I swear. I swear. Not for real though. And see, that's why I bought that fucking cheeser for it too. Now that I think about it, cause I was gonna be lit. I was gonna take me a bottle of Paul down there, or at least a half a bottle, and yay. Mm, boy. Fuck, man, that was a good ass plan. And boy, I was even planning on passing by the Cash Doll show. I swear, bruh. I swear I was gonna end up. I don't even like Cash Doll. Don't know none of her songs. You know, didn't even know that bitch was in BMF. Until I really got to look at her and start to hear her talk. You feel me? Like, oh my god, that shit, yeah, that fucking car killed me, cause I was going to that bitch. I was going to that bitch. Like I wasn't probably like it depends on how much the ticket was, you know. But most likely my plan was just chill on the outside, you know, just chill, you know. I hate to say that shit when they just had like a Canada event in fucking New Orleans, you know. But yeah, I was just gonna chill out there, bro. Fuck, I would have been smoking my dope. Probably would have got a little fuck, what you call that thing? Grenade. I probably would have got one of them bitches, bro. I would have took my ass to the room. I swear, it was gonna be a simple ass night. It was gonna be a simple ass night, and it worked. It was gonna work. My fault. I meant to say it was gonna work. But bro, that shit pissed me off to the fullest. Y'all just don't fucking know, bro. But like I said, like shit happened for a fucking reason, and whatever, and whatever. But, oh yeah, and another fucked up thing about it, man, I can't get my fucking belt that I wanted to go with since my fucking car broke. Bitches, like universe really hated on me, bruh. At least that motherfucker let me get my tickets and like and I couldn't fucking sell the tickets, so that was like a sign to me, like fuck it, yeah, just when you get your chick, get your fucking Greyhound and dug it out like you did for the fucking All Star weekend, cause bruh, Real talk. Real talk, bro. That All-Star weekend they had in fucking New Orleans, the recent one. Was it recent? Yeah, it was recent, bro. Bro. When I say I took the fucking Greyhound to that bitch and end up getting a fucking like round trip or some shit and yeah, I'm just ah, bro. Bruh, okay, so Bobby Boom, bruh, I got a fucking Greyhound down there and shit, and what day it was? I think it was the celebrity game and the Rise Star Challenge. And I had got a fucking round trip ticket. Tell me why my sister and Ty popped up down there. Like, bro, I was so mad, but I was kinda glad on some shit because I think I had got to finish the game or at least got to finish until like halftime or some shit, and I was gonna have to leave like right after the fucking I think celebrity game, bro. That day was fun. I don't think I was smoking. I don't think so. I was thugging like I was really walking. I walked to that bitch. I didn't have no lift, none of that shit. From the fucking Greyhound to the arena, nigga. No, it was at yeah. The celebrity game was in the Superdome, and the Rising Star game was in the arena, bruh, bruh, bruh. I was thugging that day, bro. Like, let me look up what year that was. Ooh, let me look up what year that was. I think it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, bro. Cause I know I ain't have Lennox yet, and she 4 now. So hold on, that had to be earlier. Let me see. As New Orleans All Star 2017. Yup. Ah, bruh. Yup. 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 Bro, I forgot where I was working at the time, bro. I think I was working at either Waffle House or fucking McDonald's. It had to be Waffle House. It had to be, bruh. When I say I was thugging, I was thugging. I don't think I had smoke, bro. I really don't think I did. I really don't think I did. Cause I think that was like my first time traveling, like really by myself, on my own type shit. You feel me? Like that was my first fucking time, and I didn't know the system back then, and like I think I wasn't just trying to take no chances. So yeah, I ain't had no smoke, I ain't had no alcohol. I was just there for the celebrity game and the Rise Star game. I ended up getting some food at the celebrity game, and that was it. I swear, I don't think I had that much money, real talk, bro, because I've been bought the fucking tickets in advance because I already knew it was going to end up on my fucking birthday. So, I just basically just got that shit, real talk. I'm like, let's get it. I think it was like probably like a month before, probably like a month and a half before the actual event. So I had time to like stack up, but you know how life is. It's like, yeah, man, yeah, I was stuck in. And I was going to do the same fucking thing. Boy, damn near 10 years later, grown as hell. Doing the same thing. Because fuck, the last time I went to New Orleans, my car got a fucking boot on it. I was supposed to meet a bitch there for a fucking date, and that bitch blocked me. Oh my god, I'm not even finna get into that, boy. I was so hurt. And bruh, I think that was like a couple years ago too. Oh god. Oh bruh. can't deal with myself. But yeah, I was gonna thug that bitch out. Like I really had it all planned out. Definitely since I said I was going by myself, that's the only reason I said I was gonna try to see what the Cash Doll conjuration for. Real talk. But now I gotta fuck with somebody else because I'm using the ride type shit. So at least they said they wasn't gonna leave until the show is like done. So I appreciate that because he usually be the type of nigga. If he's like knowing about the shit beforehand, he gonna be the fucker to try to beat the traffic or at least try to get out there early to avoid the traffic. You feel me? And I don't blame him because I do the same thing. You know. But like this is gonna be one of them events that I was gonna be waiting till everybody damn near gone. Real talk, they was gonna have to, yeah. Sir, the show's been over for 3 hours now. You gotta go. Like, bitch. I swear to fucking God, bro. I was gonna be that nigga. I was gonna be that nigga. Damn, I paid fucking $500 for a fucking seat. Damn near 6 type shit. You feel me? Like, nigga. I want to see the ring in a box. Put it in a box. Then I'll leave. Matter of fact, clean all this fucking merchandise shit up, you know. Yeah, just shut everything down. Then I'ma leave. Like, I was gonna be that type of nigga. I swear to God. Ooh, bro. Because that's my first time paying more than $100 for a ticket. You know? And I don't even think I paid $100 for a ticket because I know the cheapest I got was like $20, $25. The highest I probably got was probably like I want to say 85, but I'm pretty sure it's like 65 or 75. Like I was really trying to get as close as I can be instead of being all the way up there. Even when I get tickets for that, I usually make my way at the bottom some type of way because I be scoping out scene. But like I wasn't trying to do that shit. I was trying to be professional and act normal. So yeah, bro. Like I got the ringside package. You feel me? Like it comes with a lot of shit. Let me go to the email right quick. It comes with a lot of shit already. You know, plus you getting a fucking floor seat. You know, cause if you know the real killer part about it. You know, want to know the real killer part about it? That little area where I got my ticket at, all like $500. You feel me? But I swear to God, the next fucking section to the left of that motherfucker got a ticket for 6, and they go home with nothing. You know, I think that's just because that it's a high possibility that people is gonna, I mean, the wrestlers gonna come to that area, so they might have like a better chance of interacting with them. But like, you go home with nothing. Let me go to the email. I think I saved that bitch. Hold on. This is not my account. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. What am I about? So, each ringsider package purchased includes premium ringside floor seat, limited edition commemorative chair, so you can basically take the chair that you sit in at that bitch home, a WWE Superstar autograph, and a WWE VIP drawstring bag. You know, I don't really use drawstring bag, but I'm using that motherfucker. Okay, oh man. You know, so yeah, right. And I got a souvenir ticket like I did with the one that was in Baton Rouge. I wish I could find that hoe. I'm gonna find that hoe one day. I got a souvenir ticket and they had a commemorative magnet. I treat myself for my fucking birthday. The magnet was $34.20 total, and the souvenir ticket was $29.10 total. Treat myself for my fucking birthday. Nobody else got me shit. Plus my birthday was shit. You feel me? You know, and I ain't mad, even though I sound mad. So Take it with a grain of salt. Damn, bitch. Just had coochie all in the camera. Sound like herb in that corner, whoa. Man, bro, I had got so drunk for that fucking Super Bowl, boy. I still remember that shit. My stupid ass thinking I wasn't gonna get no fucking alcohol took about like 4 shots of vodka and started mixing brown with it instantly. Oh shit. Hit this shit though. Oh, and I just saw an email that I got a free piece at Domino's, so that's a sign right there. I thought I had at least one more order to get that shit. What am I about to say? Oh, Domino's. Like, bro, I hate myself sometimes, bro. That shit really, like, killing me. And I gotta delete some of these pictures out of here, too. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, and I'm taking this fucking, this camera protector off, because that shit. See, look, I got shit from Lennox birthday from last year. Yup. What is what? Hold on. Yeah, I'm about to say this is March. Yeah, this was for Easter. And didn't do shit by the Easter bunny. I was just chilling with her. Oh, that was because I missed her birthday that year. Yeah. It was not my fault. I did not have a job. And I was just not thugging that hard on DoorDash. I couldn't. Because I still had to fucking pay bills. You feel me? So, yeah, I just had to sacrifice that one little month. I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna delete some pictures too. Let me go to Google Photos right now to go and import the ones I got. Let's find something to watch. I'm gonna shoot in bed. Bro, I'm so fucking sore from yesterday, bro. Oh my god. What you sore from, Dino? I'm glad you asked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Man, had a fucking asset visit. What, yesterday? Yeah, fucking yesterday, bro. So yeah, so like I was getting, I had people concerned. You feel me? That's how you know I was getting it. Got niggas telling me to calm down. That's how you know I was getting it. slowed down. That's how you know I was getting it. That's swell. That's fucking swell. Oh yeah, and I'm sorry y'all, but I did watch the end of the new Spider-Man show. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm letting y'all know now. If y'all see me react to that bitch whenever, it's not gonna be no fake ass reaction, cause I already saw it. You know, I might still react just because of how cool the scenes are, but yeah, I'm not gonna overhype it like some reactors do. You know, they fucking reactions are scripted. You feel me? Like that's crazy. But let's take a shot to them. Yeah. Guess I gotta turn this bitch off. Domino's is downloaded. Domino's is downloaded. How my hair? I ain't checked my hair yet. How much work they gonna? I'm supposed to be putting that fucking dye in it. I ain't gonna lie. But I said I was gonna do that for St. Patrick's Day, since I ain't do it for my birthday. Look, I'm surprised I never thought about this. This must be my first year with my shit being dyed. But I'm surprised I never thought about this shit that I just thought of, bro. Like, I'm gonna not wear nothing green on purpose. Like, I'll wear every other color. And what's a bitch would pinch me? Bitch, I'm about to Bianca Belair, your stupid ass. I swear. I was gonna be on that type of topic, bitch. I wish a bitch would have touched me. Oh, bro. I can't deal. But I'm gonna let that bitch chill out for a little minute. And you know, since I watched all the episodes, I guess we can watch this.
Something tells me you're ready. Hey, welcome back to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy, and this is all the Easter eggs, references, and little things you might have missed in the first season of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, you guys know we already posted a video for episodes 1 and 2, but we're including those Easter eggs in this video as well, along with some new ones that we have found since then. So sit back, relax, and let's break this season down. So the Marvel Animation logo is a tribute to the history of Marvel animated shows, beginning with the 1960s Spider-Man and Fantastic Four cartoons, and then X-Men the Animated Series, and the criminally underviewed Silver Surfer series, and then we see The Watcher, Marvel Zombies, and ending with Black Panther, because What If Season 1 was Chadwick Boseman's final appearance in the MCU. Now, when we get to Queens, the location card is identical to the one we see in Captain America Civil War. And notice, Avengers Tower is visible in both versions. This is showing us how we're beginning in a universe that is very much like the MCU, but soon we're going to have a branch in the timeline. Peter is reading issue 14 of Amazing Adult Fantasy, which of course is renamed to Amazing Fantasy for its next issue, 15, which was the first appearance of Spider-Man. So, a couple reasons.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, why is it so adult?
I want to hit the bone.
No, it's not a dirty comic.
Really
it's
do.
called Adult Fantasy
really do.
Because, like the cover brags, this magazine respects your intelligence.
But this sativa, like this pure sativa right here.
For people to read comics. But the reason we're seeing issue 14 is because in this show, we are about to see the events of Amazing Fantasy 15 unfold. So notice the book on his bedside table is Jack London's White Fang. It is about a wolf that becomes domesticated. And months later, the book still hasn't moved because Peter no longer has time to read for fun after he becomes Spider-Man. And because this is about the early days of Spider-Man, he is modeled after the art style of his co-creator, Steve Ditko. The round glasses are a Ditko invention, and he often drew him in a yellow sweater vest and blue jacket. They also recreated the interior of Peter and May's first apartment perfectly, right down to the laundry laying around. And we start on Peter's first day of orientation at Midtown High, the science school that he does attend in the MCU. But after the events of this episode, he is forced to attend a local school instead, one of many timeline diversions. So in this reality, he never meets MJ, Flash, or Ned. After Peter misses his train, I loved how they teased us with this moment, where we think he's going to get his suit out of the backpack like he did in Homecoming.
I'm just contemplating right now, y'all. Real talk, like I'm just.
And of course, when Aunt May picks him up, notice that she has an Iron Man air freshener hanging from her mirror, which shows us that Tony Stark is in this universe. He's just not present in Peter's life yet. The song playing in the car is What I Feel by Pony Pony Run Run, and it's about trying to express your emotions, which is what happens in this scene. Like at first, when Peter.
I feel good off that watermelon gush right now. You know, I feel pretty good.
Have something to distract from everything else that's going on. Again, we saw this in the MCU, with Peter only referring to Uncle Ben's death at first indirectly.
May cannot know. I cannot do that to her right now. You know? When everything that's happened with her,
Notice, after Peter mentions Ben, we see May's engagement ring glimmer for just a second, to show that he is still very much on her mind as well. And after he opens up to her, she moves to give him a hug and is blocked by the seatbelt. Now, Peter helps her, but this is all
thinking candy.
He's almost hugged at the beginning of Spider-Man Homecoming.
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you. We're not there yet.
The exterior of Midtown High matches the shots that we saw in Spider-Man No Way Home, complete with the football field. And then we get our big deviation from the timeline. A Doctor Strange slingering portal opens, and we hear the score from Michael Giacchino.
Where do you think you're going?
Notice this Strange variant is more comic accurate, with the mustache and gloves. Yeah, but Strange wore gloves in Thor Ragnarok. Yes, but that was just because the makeup department didn't have time to do the makeup effects on Benedict Cumberbatch's hands because he was only filming for one day. Strange is fighting a variant of Venom, using the Crimson Veins of Cybertalk to hold him, just like he did to Thanos in the 616 universe. And he also uses the Shield of Seraphim, which comes from the comics, but we also see Wong and the other sorcerers use them in the MCU. In Endgame, for example, it's how Wong and the others shielded their army from Thanos' assaults. Much like Spider-Verse, this movie takes direct design inspiration from the comics, rendering its action sequences and key moments in comic book panels. And, just like in the MCU, Strange's cloak has a mind of its own, and Strange can order it around to help him in battle.
Grab that kid.
Now, there is one weird thing in this battle. Venom throws a car at Strange, and he transforms into his astral form so it falls through him. But that's not normally how his power works. Strange's astral form can leave his body, but he doesn't use it to phase like Vision or Shadowcat. But you know what? It's the multiverse, so we'll allow it. I love seeing this moment when Peter distracts Venom.
I don't think he's interested, buddy.
Much like Steve Rogers jumping on the grenade in First Avenger, it shows how it doesn't take superpowers to make you a hero. And this is where we meet Nico Minoru, who is a great character that we are very excited to see in this show. Where is she? Well, in the comics, she was a member of the Runaways, a group of mostly superpowered teenagers who find out that their parents are secretly supervillains. Its first run is one of my all-time favorite Marvel comics. Long story short, Nico's parents are dark wizards, and she inherits their abilities after absorbing an evil staff into her chest. She's also one of Marvel's best-written LGBTQ characters, which we get hints of in episodes 1 and 2. After Peter's bitten, we get the opening credits, which start as a remix of the classic 1960s cartoon theme. The imagery of a spider crawling through Peter's DNA seems to be an homage to the Sam Raimi movies, which used a 3D rendering to show Peter's transformation at the genetic level. And then notice how the DNA strands actually change to look like a string of Spider-Man symbols. This montage also employs Ben Day dots, the same small dots originally used in 4-color comic strips that were also used to great effect in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, this first panel shows the shadow of Spider-Man behind Peter, similar to the splash page that opened up Amazing Fantasy 15, as we see Peter making his web shooters like he first did in Amazing Spider-Man issue 2. Except here, in his early costumes, he has to carry the web fluid as tanks on his back. Now, this shot of him crawling up the wall is also lifted from the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. And when he fights this big goon, he is wearing a mask made out of webbing, like the one used against Crusher Hogan in Amazing Fantasy 15. And then we get a montage of different costumes, all framed within a Marvel Comics rectangle, which was featured in the... He is wearing a mask made out of webbing, like the one used against Crusher Hogan in Amazing... fluid as tanks on his back. Now, this shot of him crawling up the wall is also lifted from the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. And when he fights this big goon, he is wearing a mask made out of webbing, like the one he used against Crusher Hogan in Amazing Fantasy 15. And then we get a montage of different costumes, all framed within a Marvel Comics rectangle, which is featured in the upper left-hand corner of Marvel Comics for decades, with different heroes always taking that corner spot. Now, there's some cool Easter eggs in these 2 seconds. We see the big-time Spidey suit, Peter in a giant man costume, the Hornet, Prodigy, and Dust suits from the Identity Crisis storylines, several modifications of the Homecoming suit, and all of these, I think, are here to show this is Peter as he would appear in different universes. And, according to Screen Crush editor-in-chief Matt Singer, the poses themselves are also taken from the actual comics. This one was in the corner of the web of Spider-Man for years, and the one in green also appeared for years, with Spider-Man wearing both the black and red blue design. We also see the classic flip sound effect from the comics, and these lines depicting his Peter tingle like they are in the comics, which actually we saw kind of depicted in live action in Spider-Man No Way Home. And finally, the credits end with a comic book page mimicking the cover of Amazing Fantasy 15, but with Peter saving Harry Osborn. And notice that the comic accurate masthead is written on notebook paper, like the credits of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. When Peter wakes up, we see that aforementioned copy of White Fang and a sock with webbing on it grows, and on his way to school, we see that he's still getting the hang of web slinging. Very similar to this fall in Spider-Man Homecoming. And
what's the next adventure?
I think I just found it.
For the #1 shopping experience according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now.
Chores look different with Cox multi-gig speeds. Power all your devices all at once and get more done with Cox multi-gig speeds.
we also see that, like in the MCU, his Peter tingle is not yet fully developed. Now, when he stops these guys in the alley,
put it down, put it down.
Kick his ass, Seabass, a reference to this throwaway line in the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
And then the episode really gets to stretch its legs as we meet Peter's new classmates and support
You
cast.
wanna die, Coach?
I appreciate that his teacher says this.
Mr. Paul Revere never actually yelled, "The British are coming."
Revere was arrested by the British, like, right away, and the real hero of that night was a guy named Israel Bissell. I think this little fact is in here to remind us that history doesn't always record our heroes accurately, just like how Spider-Man is constantly portrayed negatively by the media and distrusted by the public. So this guy on the street is obviously this guy from Homecoming.
Okay, Spider-Man.
Who also popped up on a bus in Shang-Chi and now is a regular on the show Severance. We also see the cop car reads PDNY, just like it does in Miles Morales' universe instead of NYPD like it is in the MCU and our universe. And how cool was this POV webbing shot? Very similar to this very early CG Arrow POV shot from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. His high school mascot is the Ravens, which is probably named after the Edgar Allan Poe poem, just like the professional NFL team. That team, like Edgar Allan Poe, are from Baltimore. And in Peter's classroom, we see a poster that tells the kids to not be afraid to fail, be afraid to not try, which of course seems like a play on this.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Peter's crush Pearl is dating a guy named Lonnie Lincoln, who in the comic becomes the villain Tombstone. He is an albino African-American who was exposed to a gas that gave him superhuman durability and strength. And we see that he has a really tough commute all the way up to 125th, the same street where the Hulk fought the Abomination in The Incredible Hulk. Now my favorite scene in the episode was Peter just giving this poor woman a shot, showing that he is truly a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You made a mistake. Just please don't make me regret this.
And then we start to align briefly with the MCU timeline. He finds a DVD player in a dumpster, just like the one he carried into his apartment in Civil War. Outside, he takes a selfie with the car, which is very similar to the selfie poses that Peter and Miles take in the recent Sony Spider-Man games. And the shots of him arriving home are nearly identical to his reveal in the MCU, except this time, instead of Tony Stark on the couch with Aunt May, it's Norman Osborn. He is drawn just like how John Romita drew him when he penciled The Amazing Spider-Man back in the 60s and 70s. And I also like that in the credits, we do get to see alternate sketches for Peter Parker, where he has comic-accurate hair. On to episode 2. After the opening credits, we end on a different cover, this one of Peter pulling down his mask with Oscorp headquarters looming in the background. So this is foreshadowing how, at the end of the episode, he will be fully unmasked inside of Oscorp, and how Norman is actually a secret threat looming over him in this episode. Also, not for nothing, but the S in Oscorp is drawn like those S's that we all used to doodle in school. Now, Tony Stark did not recruit Peter because he was a scientist. The Stark internship was just a cover, and Tony wanted him for his super abilities, at least at first. Now, it seems like Norman wants him for his brains, like he says.
You're already excelling at advanced junior and senior level science courses. That shows promise, and I want that promise.
But remember, in the last episode, Spider-Man saved Harry Osborn's life, so I don't think this is a coincidence. I think Norman already knew that Peter was Spider-Man. I also like that this version of Peter is actually not popular in school thanks to his friendship with Lincoln. It's a nice change of pace from always seeing him bullied by the likes of Flash Thompson. So Peter has a hard time getting into Oscorp, similar to how Andrew Garfield had to steal Rodriguez's pass in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Mr. Guevara.
Gracias.
De nada.
Or Rodrigo. Yeah, Andrew Garfield screwed that guy out of a dream internship. So the guard here is named Jay Gallo, which could be a nod to Jonathan Gallo, aka Ricochet. Now at his internship we meet Asha, who is from Wakanda, of course the same nation that T'Challa leads in the MCU. Well, led. In the comics though, Asha was also a gifted kid who was recruited into the Wakandan School for Alternative Studies. It's a special school for kids with superpowers. She can manipulate light, which among many other things allows her to turn invisible. We also meet Amadeus Cho, one of the 5 smartest people in the Marvel Comics, and his mother, Helen Cho, was actually the scientist who cloned tissue in Age of Ultron and helped to create the Vision. Amadeus Cho does go on to become the totally awesome Hulk in the comics. Dr. Whitman is voiced by the great Paul F. Tompkins, and this insult,
Wow, nothing gets by you, Hawkeye.
is probably because Hawkeye is an Avenger in this universe. So in the comics, though, Stanley Whitman becomes the supervillain, the Wizard, who is usually a Fantastic Four villain. But Peter ends up with Carla Connors, this universe's gender-swapped version of Kurt Connors, the Lizard. And oh my god, look at the ceiling and the lab. It's hexagons.
Not the beast!
I thought it was interesting that Carla specializes in energy research and not in genetics. I also like how, in addition to using comic panels for action scenes, they also use them for simple split screens during phone calls. It's a really cool way to blend these two media in a way that feels natural for both forms. On the TV, we see who, of course, was the wrestler that Peter defeated in his first match before going on to
That bitch said as soon as possible. They ain't even give me a time this time.
Then
What
we
the
see
fuck?
Harry Osborn on a red carpet, followed by the burning building. And I think this whole set piece of Peter rescuing people and animals in the building is an homage to the 2 great fire sequences in Spider-Man 1 and 2. But the way that Peter keeps rescuing animals, to me, felt like a nod to Pee Wee Herman rescuing animals in the pet shop in Pee Wee's Big Adventure. The fire is set by a professional arsonist named Butane, who is technically in the comics, but he's more of like a Z-list metahuman, whereas this guy is more of an imitation of the Batman villain Firefly. Peter calls this animal Spider-Dog, which, come on, has to remind you of this.
Spider-Pig, Spider-Pig, does whatever a Spider-Pig does.
After he stops Butane, Peter finally gets an audience with Norman Osborn. Now notice how in the hallway we see a photo of him meeting Captain America, and Cap's uniform looks like a cross between the spangly outfit he wore in the Avengers and the more practical suit that he wore during Age of Ultron. And this might also be Norman meeting with Nelson Mandela. It's kind of hard to tell. Guys, watching this show has been so much fun every week because it reminds me of watching original Spider-Man cartoons from when I was a kid. So now I've made the tradition to sit in front of the TV with a big bowl of cereal just to watch this show. You know, like an old school Saturday morning cartoon.
But Preston, I told you, you can't eat those nasty sugary cereals.
This is a bowl of Magic Spoon cereal that tastes exactly like all those cereals from my childhood, but Norman was the Green Goblin. Peter meets Norman at a restaurant called Eden with Spider-Man. On to episode 3, where the credits end with an homage to the comic cover of Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin, the issue that revealed that Norman was the Green Goblin. Peter meets Norman at a restaurant called Eden because, like the Garden of Eden, Peter is still in a pure mindset because he doesn't know that Norman's true intentions are villainous. Norman rented out the whole restaurant, similar to what the Kingpin does for a date with Vanessa in season 1 of Daredevil. Now note this mural of the Brooklyn Bridge looming behind them, the same bridge where Norman murdered Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man 121.
Right.
Then he shows him the footage of Peter catching a bus, and this is the same bus catch that Tony Stark showed Peter in Universe 616. And, just like Tony, he wants to upgrade Peter's suit with various gear.
As I mentioned, your webbing is incredible, but the rest of your attire could definitely use an upgrade.
You're in dire need of an upgrade.
Now, I should note that a lot of the upgrades he's mentioning have actually become standard for Spider-Man in the MCU and in the PS4 game, where Peter has a police scanner in his suit. Peter mentions Captain America is his ideal hero.
Why me? Why not someone else?
instead of some kid from Queens. He doesn't know that Steve actually just saw himself as a simple kid from Brooklyn.
What made you so special? Nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
But also, the prequel comic revealed that in this universe, Captain America, and not Iron Man, was Peter's favorite hero. Later on, Lonnie mentions that Pearl has a swim meet.
Pearl's gonna break like 30 records in her swim meet today.
And this is a big clue about her real identity. In the comics, Pearl Pangan is a character named Wave. She's a Filipino hero with water-bending powers, and most notably, she joins Agents of Atlas with Amadeus Cho under the supervision of one Jimmy Woo, the close-up magic guy from Ant-Man.
Close-up magic.
Every time I die, wow, they just printed me out again. And I brought X. What's it feel like to die?
Got some Bibles in the box.
I got a job to do.
Mickey 17, rated R.
Don't forget to make your bed after breakfast.
Then May goes through Ben's old things. And remember, we actually saw Ben Parker's suitcase in Spider-Man Far From Home. Peter picks up a kind of classic camera, maybe foreshadowing his eventual role as a photographer, taking pictures of that menace Spider-Man for J. Jonah Jameson. We also see Ben's bowling shirt, foreshadowing the Richard Parker name reveal at the end of the season. And when May went to throw out the sewing machine, she says,
I think you're the only one who ever used it for your, what was it?
a home economics project. Which is because he uses the machine to make his Spider-Man suits, like we saw in the Raimi movies and at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Then Peter sees all of these past due bills, which is a classic plot element from the comics, where Peter takes photos of Spider-Man just to help his Aunt May make ends meet. During the fight, Norman is the voice in his ear, much like Karen was for 616 Peter.
Activating instant kill.
No, I don't want to kill anybody.
The jewel thieves that Peter stops are named James Sanders and Maria Vasquez, aka Speed Demon and Tarantula from the comics. And we also meet Big Donovan, leader of the 110th Street Gang. He is likely based on Benjamin Donovan from the comics. He was usually a Maggia enforcer with the alias of Big Ben. And this is where we get the beginning of the season-long arc of Lonnie and Peter's storylines paralleling each other. They both take up with a criminal mentor, allow their school life to be affected, and fall deeper into their double identities out of a sense of responsibility. But by the end of the season, we see that they both strike out on their own and leading their own teams. So on to episode 4. The credits now show Lincoln in shadow, with his shading looking more like his comic book villain appearance as Tombstone. The credits end with an homage to the cover of Amazing Spider-Man 100. It's Peter surrounded by a bunch of faces of the people who are nearest and dearest to him. Peter begins the episode in a costume that matches his Dusk identity from the Identity Crisis storyline in the comics. And then we see Harry Osborn properly introduced into the show. Now, Harry was Peter's best friend in the Raimi films.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa.
Yellow color scheme. And we also see that he is
Hold on,
to earn his approval. In the
I
comics,
heard that you want to
becoming the second Green Goblin. Then we see a news item about the Sokovia Accords, where Iron Man and Captain America are facing away from one another. Because remember, in this universe, Peter was actually never recruited into that conflict. On the TV here, we see Lagos, where Wanda's mishap with Crossbones.
I think that'd be straight right there, real talk. I think that'd be straight right there.
Doctor Strange's fight there.
It's not down
There's
up, but
also
it's
a
down
reference to
up.
the Hulk's rampage in Johannesburg that we saw in Avengers Age of Ultron. Although the newscast does mention the Avengers also stopped an alien invasion. Now, all of this is to let us know that events in this universe are similar to the MCU, but it also helps us to understand just how distant the lives of superheroes are from these ordinary people. Back at the hideout, we hear,
The burritos are out of this world. Man, it's like they fell out of a hole in the sky.
which is a clear reference to the Battle of New York, when out-of-this-world invaders came out of a hole in the sky. And then we get a glimpse of Peter's sketchbook with his comic-accurate costume.
I'm surprised he ain't referenced Big E doing that voice of Bulldozer. I'm really surprised, because he always talk about Seth Rollins or some shit being the fucking Captain America and shit. Got Big E, you know, he not wrestling right now, but the nigga's still a wrestler.
So the design of Peter's cape immediately backfires, reminding us all of this one central rule of costuming.
Nothing.
And the muggers mock him with comparisons to Thor.
All I'm hearing is, you are not worthy.
All of Norman's suits are based on designs from the Identity Crisis storyline from the comics, when Peter is forced to assume 4 different superhero identities. The scary all-black suit is the Dusk suit, the one with the cape was called Prodigy, and the one where he flies around and Norman adds stingers was the Hornet. In hindsight, hindsight, we know that Norman was only doing this to see if he could create his own army of Spider-Men that didn't necessarily depend on having powers. And then we meet the gang, the Scorpions, led by Matt Gargan. Now, Gargan was, of course, in Spider-Man Homecoming, where we saw he had a scorpion tattoo, hopefully setting up a future return as that villain. Now, the other leader of the gang is named Carmilla Black, who was the second Scorpion in the comics. So Norman ends up making him a suit based on his future Foundation costume.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit that bitch no more.
Peter joined the
Because I might
Fantastic Four.
swerve in that corner.
And the woman here is Mia Mazurek, a gender swap version of Milo Mazurek, who becomes a unicorn in the comics. Mikhail also looks just like the Rhino does in the comics, but get this, Mikhail is also the name of the Rhino's father in the books. Note the spider web tattoos on his hands.
Yo, and look, bro. I literally thought that shit. I was like, is this bitch supposed to be the Rhino? This butch bitch? Like, no disrespect to, whatever, but like, why you got this motherfucker being Rhino? Like, knowing damn well this ain't the fucking Rhino, but I guess everybody getting gender swap. Fuck it. But nah, that's I noticed that shit and I was like, Alexi? And then I heard this nigga name and I was like, oh damn, okay, that's not him. But now this nigga just confirmed that's his father name, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And in this scene, we also hear
that's crazy. That's real like crazy. I don't know why it's so fucking crazy, but it's crazy. Like, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm tripping.
Norman had stingers was the Hornet. In hindsight, we know that Norman was only doing this
break down this candy right quick.
His own army of Spider-Men that didn't necessarily depend on having powers. And then we meet the gang, the Scorpions, led by Matt Gargan. Now, Gargan was, of course, in Spider-Man Homecoming, where we saw he had a scorpion tattoo, hopefully setting up a future return as that villain. Now, the other leader of the gang is named Carmilla Black, who was the second Scorpion in the comics. So Norman ends up making him a suit based on his future Foundation costume from the comics when Peter joined the Fantastic Four. Then we meet the Russian gang, and the woman here is Mia Mazurek, a gender swap version of Milo Mazurek, who becomes a unicorn in the comics.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think she said that, or somebody said that in the fucking show, and I was like, that's dope. Because at first I was looking at the bitch helmet, I was like, this bitch is really the Rhino. But nah, they made it more accurate than anything.
Then we meet the Russian gang, and the woman here is Mia Mazurek, a gender swap version of Milo Mazurek, who becomes a unicorn in the comics. Mikhail also looks just like the Rhino does in the comics, but get this, Mikhail is also the name of the Rhino's father in the books. Note the spider web tattoos on his hands, which signify that he has spent time in a Russian prison, trapped in their web, so to speak. And in this scene, we also hear mention of the tracksuit mafia that we saw in the show Hawkeye. And of course, this guy will go on to become the Chameleon in a later episode. So we end with the reveal that
I didn't see that. See, I watched the reactions. I didn't watch the actual shows because I think Disney Plus is over with. I'm not even tripping about it. But once Daredevil come out, I'm getting that bitch. But yeah, like, I don't get that shit. I really don't get that shit because I was just watching on my lunch break the YouTube channel preview. It was watching Craven, and he pointed out like, oh, his name is Dimitri, and he's good as impersonating and talking and doing shit like other people. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But he looked different from the nigga that had the show. Completely different. I think he had like brown or blonde hair. This nigga did not have a goatee. Like, no type of facial hair. Like, fuck, the nigga kept a bang, type shit. Like I don't know. I don't like I said, I don't read the comics and shit, but bruh, they fucked around and put the nigga from they end up putting the nigga from Spider-Man Far From Home that was driving the bus for the students. And I remember watching the video, Probably New Rockstars on Screen Crush, and they said that, oh, this could possibly be the variant of Chameleon. And when the fucking movie came, and went, it was not even a mention, not even a little Easter egg. It was just a regular nigga named Dimitri. Like, why tease us like that? You feel me? Like, this fucked up. But they got the same nigga, or at least looks like the same nigga from Far From Home in this show. And it's animated. It's funny. I don't like it.
Report does not exist in the 616 movie universe, but in this universe, the two of them do have an adversarial relationship, just like they do in the PS4 game.
You could never accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure.
Just like the Rhino does in the comics, but get this, Mikhail is also the name of the Rhino's father in the books. Note the spider web tattoos on his hands, which signify that he has spent time in a Russian prison, trapped in their web, so to speak. And in this scene, we also hear mention of the tracksuit mafia that we saw in the show Hawkeye. And of course, this guy will go on to become the Chameleon in a later episode. So we end with the reveal of the comic actor Hawkeye. And of course, this guy will go on to become the Chameleon in a later episode. So we end with the reveal of the comic actor Doc Ock, who, like Norman Osborn, does not exist in the 616 movie universe. But in this universe, the two of them do have an adversarial relationship, just like they do in the PS4 game.
You could never accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure, Otto.
On to episode 5, where Doc Ock begins by ranting how jealous he is of the MCU super geniuses.
Your names are held higher regard than Stark, Banner, Osborn.
Now, his assistant is Vincent Patillo, who becomes the villain Leapfrog in the comics. And we also saw a version of this villain in the show She-Hulk. Harry offers to be Peter's
Dude at the desk.
just like how Ned offered to be his
Guy in the chair.
Later, they bond over the color scheme of their mutual favorite hero, Captain America. And they mention how now he's a fugitive from the law.
I thought everyone was turning on him.
No way, man.
Which, of course, was also mentioned kind of offhand in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Pretty sure this guy's a war criminal now, but whatever. I have to show these videos. It's quiet by the state. Let's do it.
They also mentioned rumors about him.
I read online where Theo Cap died 4 years ago, and it's his clone that's been doing all this.
Which is funny because we've seen other rumors get started about Steve, like that he lives on the moon.
Some people, they think that he's in secret base on the moon.
Harry calls the new suit sterile, which is an accurate take because it's also similar to the anti-venom suit from the comics, which neutralizes the venom symbiote. Peter also talks about leaving a note on a stolen bike, which is exactly what he does in Spider-Man Homecoming. Then in class we see someone reading Amazing Fantasy 14, the issue from episode 1 that we talked about earlier. Then the gang war starts up between the Scorpions and the 110th Street Gang, and it's actually a pretty gentlemanly gang war, like something we'd see out of West Side Story. During the fight, Lonnie, like Peter, takes a hit to save a bad guy, further showing how their diverging paths are still parallel to one another. Stopping the Blade earns him the nickname Tombstone, which is of course his criminal alias in the comics. Now, episode 6. The title end card is an homage to the Marvel Knights Daredevil cover, hinting that we're about to meet the Man Without Fear in this episode. On the blackboard, we see several names, and some of them are Easter eggs. Benjamin Anders is an artist, Anthony Castro did visual effects work on No Way Home, and in the comics, Scott Forbes is an FBI agent who worked as a liaison to the Inhumans. When Nico and Harry come over, Peter has a box of VHS tapes, and there's actually a fun fan theory that Peter knows about really old movies like The Empire Strikes Back and Alien because he used to bond with his Uncle Ben by watching these films. The first movie he shows, Tomb Buster, appeared in the TV show Moon Knight.
I did not know
Well,
this.
Zaniac was the movie that Brad starred in
I know it's
season 2
that.
of Loki, but they settled
I know
on
it's that.
Predator, the action classic that was famous for mashing up different genres into one incredibly kick-ass film. Meanwhile, Norman is at a fundraiser to help the people of Lagos after this happened. We also hear that a donation was made by Eleanor Bishop, Kate Bishop's mom, who we met in the show Hawkeye.
Oh, that was her?
He has
Hey, see? That's why I gotta go and watch this bitch on Disney Plus. Because on fucking Reactors channels, they always cut that bitch up so they won't get flagged, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. Didn't notice that. They didn't notice that neither. Fuck her.
The action classic that was famous for mashing up different genres into one incredibly kick-ass film. Meanwhile, Norman is at a fundraiser to help the people of Lagos after this happened. We also hear that a donation was made by Eleanor Bishop, Kate Bishop's mom, who we met in the show Hawkeye. So Norman brags that he has Spider-Man on his payroll, but he claims that his front desk security guard, John Gallo, is his real identity. Now, he did this as a way to protect Peter from the Sokovia Accords. And actually, this makes me wonder if Tony Stark did something similar for Peter in the 616 universe. Into one incredibly kick-ass film. Meanwhile, Norman is at a fundraiser to help the people of Lagos after this happened.
Hold on,
We also hear
wait.
that a donation
Wait.
was made by Eleanor Bishop, Kate Bishop's mom, who we met in the show Hawkeye. So Norman brags that he has Spider-Man on his payroll, but he claims that his front desk security guard, John Gallo, is his real identity. Now, he did this as a way to protect Peter from the Sokovia Accords. And actually, this makes me wonder if Tony Stark did something similar for Peter in the 616 universe, basically telling Ross to not worry because Spider-Man was under his supervision. This would also explain why he was so upset after the ferry incident, because Peter messing up just created a bigger headache between Tony and Ross. And then Charlie Cox returns as Daredevil, and we hear the leitmotif of his theme from his show.
Don't mind me. I was just leaving.
I'm Katie Beach. I'm a junior biological sciences major. So, you know, I'm from it's called Hurley.
Now, at this point, Daredevil would have been active for about a year, so this likely takes place between seasons 1 and 2 of his show. In the comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man have had a long history. They worked out each other's secret identities and have remained friends for years. And yet, this is actually the first time we've seen them in 2 of his show. In the 616 universe, basically telling Ross to not worry because Spider-Man was under his supervision. This would also explain why he was so...
I'm sorry.
But they settle on Predator, the action classic that was famous for mashing up different genres into one incredibly kick-ass film. Meanwhile, Norman is at a fundraiser to help the people of Lagos after this happened. The donation was made by Eleanor Bishop, who we met in the show Hawkeye. So Norman brags that he has Spider-Man on his payroll, but he claims that his front desk security guard, John Gallo, is his real identity. Now, he did this as a way to protect Peter from the Sokovia Accords. And actually, this makes me wonder if Tony Stark did something similar for Peter in the 616 universe, basically telling Ross to not worry because Spider-Man was under his supervision. This would also explain why he was so upset after the ferry incident, because Peter messing up just created a bigger headache between Tony and Ross. And then Charlie Cox returns as Daredevil, and we hear the leitmotif of his theme from his show.
Don't mind me. I was just leaving.
Now, at this point, Daredevil would have been active for about a year, so this likely takes place between seasons 1 and 2 of his show. In the comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man have had a long history. They worked out each other's secret identities and have remained friends for years. And yet, this is actually the first time we've seen them in costume appearing together in the MCU. Twice during the fight, a web line lands on Daredevil's billy clubs, and he pulls Spidey in. Kind of similar.
Oh, shit.
Uncle Ben.
What did I see?
The first movie he shows, Toonbuster, appeared in the TV show Moon Knight.
And let's see what we can find on our friend here.
While Zaniac was the movie that Brad starred in season 2 of Loki. But they settle on Predator, the action classic that was famous for mashing up different genres into one incredibly kick-ass film. Meanwhile, Norman is at a fundraiser to help the people of Lagos after this happened. We also hear that a donation was made by Eleanor Bishop, Kate Bishop's mom, who we met in the show Hawkeye. So Norman brags that he has Spider-Man on his payroll, but he claims that his front desk security guard, John Gallo, is his real identity. Now, he did this as a way to protect Peter from the Sokovia Accords. And actually, this makes me wonder if Tony Stark did something similar for Peter in the 616 universe, basically telling Ross to
just a
not
little
worry
bit.
because Spider-Man was under his supervision.
Just a little
Ross
bit.
was
Just a
like,
little
why he was
bit.
so upset after the ferry incident because Peter messed
I'm not even gonna put it back in the
just
container. I'm gonna leave that bitch off.
between Tony and Ross. And then Charlie Cox returns as Daredevil, and we hear the leitmotif of his theme from his show.
Oh, man.
Don't mind me. I was just leaving.
Now, at this point, Daredevil would have been active for about a year, so this likely takes place between seasons 1 and 2 of his show. In the comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man have had a long history. They worked out each other's secret identities and have remained friends for years.
Oh, that's why we
this
wanted
is
it for.
the first time we between seasons 1 and 2 of his show. In the comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man have had a long history. They worked out each
This nigga Peter fucked up. That's why I can't read no fucking comic, boy. I cannot.
And yet, this is actually the first time we've seen them in costume appearing together in the MCU. Twice during the fight, a web line lands on Daredevil's billy clubs, and he pulls Spidey in, kind of similar to how Cap pulled Spidey in during their fight in Captain America Civil War. Back at Peter's apartment, the mashup of board games includes Monopoly, Candyland, Trivia Pursuit, and Battleship. But then, Nico gives Harry a tarot reading, and the card that transitions is the Devil, which is fitting since Peter just fought Daredevil. She says,
"The devil means you must contend with the darker forces that hold you back."
And this foreshadows how Harry's desire for his dad's approval is going to stop him from growing as a person.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, we see that the Shocker gauntlets in this universe were designed by Octavius and not by the Tinkerer, like they were in the 616, and then we get the reveal of the Scorpion. Fitting since Peter just fought Daredevil. She says,
"The devil means you must contend with the darker forces that hold you back."
And this foreshadows how Harry's desire for his dad's approval is going to stop him from growing as a person. At the end of the episode, we see that the Shocker gauntlets in this universe were designed by Octavius and not by the Tinkerer, like they were in the 616, and then we get the reveal of the Scorpion.
Mr. Gargan, let me just say, you're gorgeous.
On to episode 7, where the title card is a reference to Amazing Spider-Man 318. Pearl calls Nico and Peter the dynamic duo, a reference to one of the many nicknames of Batman and Robin. And later, Norman and Peter analyze elements to track down Otto. Now, one of them is titanium, the fictional element that Otto used to build a fusion reactor in Spider-Man 2. And when Peter asks about solar
Oh, it's called
energy,
tritium.
Norman laughs it off.
I doubt he's managed to harness the power of the sun.
Which, in Spider-Man 2, is exactly what Otto was trying to achieve.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
They also considered tritium a fictional element from the show Stargate, which was used to build a gateway to outer space. Now this, of course, is foreshadowing Norman's real plan to build a gateway to the cosmos that we see in episode 10. And they end up tracking his gamma radiation by using spectrometers, the same devices that S.H.I.E.L.D. used to track the gamma radiation in the Tesseract in the first Avengers film. Now my favorite Easter egg in the episode, though, is the return of Clef, the guy who asked Peter to do a flip in Homecoming. Okay, Spider-Man!
Do a flip!
Yeah! And then, of course, we saw him vlogging in Shang-Chi.
Oh, God. Stupid ass shit.
Which he did in this episode.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Clem.
He also, but actually is the other driver, pointing out that actually Nico looks like Winona Ryder's character from Beetlejuice and not Beetlejuice himself. And during this fast and furious 1/4 mile at a time race, Nico's necklace glows. And as we talked about earlier, in the comics, her powers come from a staff that is buried in her chest. And the necklace seems to be the version of that for this show. Also in the comics, the staff came from her parents. And in the finale, we see her parents' spirit.
I'm sorry.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Cliff. Coming at you live on the bus.
Which he continues to do in this episode.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Clem.
He also, but actually is the other driver, pointing out that actually Nico looks like Winona Ryder's character from Beetlejuice and not Beetlejuice himself. And during this fast and furious 1/4 mile at a time race, Nico's necklace glows. And as we talked about earlier, in the comics, her powers come from a staff that is buried inside of her chest. And the necklace seems to be the version of that for this show. Also in the comics, the staff came from her parents. And in the finale, we see that her parents' spirits are also trapped in this necklace.
It's so good to see you again.
Peter gets in over his head with the Scorpion, who beats him so hard that it shatters his mask, just like what happens to Peter 2 in the first Spider-Man movie. And just like in that film, the Goblin Glider saves the day. In the Raimi film, it killed Norman, but here, Norman sends it to rescue him. In episode 8, the title card is a recreation of the famous cover of Amazing Spider-Man issue 50, Spider-Man No More, which Raimi replicated in Spider-Man 2. In this episode, he suffers from a crisis of confidence, which is exactly what happened to Peter in Amazing Spider-Man issue 3, when Dr. Octopus gave him his first...
That's crazy. It's on the screen right now, too.
Pep talk from the Human
Not this
Force.
exact video, but Spider-Man and Doc Ock.
Worse. That'll be on me.
Is similar to what he says to Tony Stark in Civil War.
You can do the things that I can, but you don't. And then the bad things happen. They happen because of you.
So May tells him to never try skateboarding, which could be a slight dig at Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker in Amazing Spider-Man, who is more of a cool skateboarding kid than like the school nerd. Peter's nightmare about the Scorpion is similar to the Mysterio fright sequence that we saw in Far From Home. When Peter goes to his internship, he sees the animals and asks,
Is that why they're turning this place into a zoo?
so this could be a nod to the Oscorp labs that we saw in the Amazing films, which used animals for experimentation. Like, for instance, remember, Electro got his powers by falling into a tank of heels. We can also see a lizard in its cage, maybe foreshadowing Connors becoming the lizard in Season 2. Doc Ock is playing an AFK farming game with a style similar to Minecraft and Animal Crossing. He says he has secured a deal for a rare metal, and on his monitor we see that it's vibranium. Now, assuming this metal is not in-game, this could be what he makes his new arms out of that are teased at the end of the season. And then the feds show up to raid Doc Ock's lab. Now we see that his arms are indeed comic accurate, but not yet attached to his body, and here we see a prototype pumpkin bomb the way they look in the films. And remember, the season ends with Norman acquiring all of Octavius's tech, setting up all of these different elements to show how he will eventually become the Green Goblin. When Iron Man shows up, notice the guitar-heavy theme. Now, in the first Iron Man film, the theme was actually composed on guitar first to lean into Tony's rock and roll sensibility and as a tribute to the Black Sabbath song, I Am Iron Man. But in this universe, notice Tony has a comic-accurate armor and mustache instead of the Robert Downey Jr. goatee that we see in the films. Now, he and Ross are cold to one another.
Ross? Stark.
Because remember, Civil War ended with Tony not returning Ross's call.
Please hold. No.
Tony would also resent that Ross has locked up his fellow Avengers in the raft. Back home, Peter mentions how much he loved going to Coney Island with his Uncle Ben, and this makes the ending of Homecoming so bittersweet. Peter is forced to confront a corrupt mentor figure, Adrian Toomes, and at the same time, he destroys a place that is tied to the memories of his lost mentor figure, Uncle Ben. Also, this is the first time we actually see Uncle Ben in the MCU.
Yeah, I think it is.
High five! So a major theme in Spider-Man comics and in the movies is that Peter longs for a mentor figure, but all of the older men in his life are supervillains. So this forces Peter to grow fast and to be self-reliant. So Norman, being his secret evil mentor, fits in perfectly with his story from the comics. He tells him,
"With great power comes great respect.
which is a warped version of his classic mantra.
With great power comes great responsibility."
Now in the MCU, May
Bruh.
is the one who tells Peter
Bruh, I've been kind of like just phasing out this whole thing, but bruh, when I heard that fucking quote, I was like, I swear to God, bruh, I swear, I forgot what the fuck I was eating, bruh, and I really dropped that bitch back. Yo, cause I was like, that's fucked up, low key. That he had to hear it like that instead of coming from his uncle. You know, like that's fucked up. You know, it would have been better coming from his uncle, but even his uncle would have had more sense to be like, yeah, great responsibility, God. Yeah, like type shit. Like, man, bruh, that shit killed me. I was like, I feel you, bro. But this nigga should not be listening to you right now because... Ooh.
Which is a warped version of his classic mantra.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Now in the MCU, May is the one who tells this to Peter just before she dies. So I'm wondering who in this universe is going to eventually teach Peter Parker this lesson.
I think it'd be pretty cool if it was Tony Stark.
Yes, it would be. But Harry, so far, is the good Osborn, and he tells him,
We could get this out of here.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Drive the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra, our best-selling.
I said, boop.
which of course is Mary Jane's catchphrase in the comics and in the Raimi films. Meanwhile, Big Don wants to level the playing field by getting powers for his boys, and this is actually what Commissioner Gordon asked about at the end of Batman Begins.
What about escalation?
We also saw this in Spider-Man Homecoming, with criminals paying the Tinkerer and Toomes for gear that would give them an edge against superheroes. In Episode 9, the title card is a reference to issue 215 of Spectacular Spider-Man. The major difference here is the cloth on Scorpion's tail is from Lonnie's jacket, foreshadowing the fight that we see in this episode. Also, the comic cover reads, the issue Spidey crosses the line you never thought he would, which is also foreshadowing how Peter almost kills a Scorpion in this episode before Lonnie stops him. Otto is in jail reading a copy of the Sokovia Accords with the same cover that we saw in Captain America Civil War. So Norman's vendetta against Otto is purely for personal reasons. He embarrassed him.
Please, for once, just try to be gracious in your defeat. You want nothing!
And this This is the reverse of their dynamic in the PS4 game, where Norman discredited and embarrassed Otto. And, small detail here, pointed out by our co-writer Ethan Ing, I love how Norman uses this handkerchief to touch the prison phone to show how much he sees himself as above this place. Now, during the fight with the Scorpion, I love this moment where Peter's mask fades away and we see him having his panic attack. It's an imaginative way to use the medium of animation to see the man inside the mask, similar to Stark's heads-up display in Iron Man. When Lonnie enters the truck, he mentions a gravity blaster, referencing the Tinkerer's gun that we saw in Spider-Man Homecoming. He knocks over a canister of gas that gives him his indestructible skin. Now, this is the same gas that gave him his powers in the comics that we talked about earlier. They subdue Scorpion by tricking him into electrocuting himself, which is also how you defeat him in the PS4 game. Now, watching Peter and Lonnie team up is so sad. It's probably the last time these two friends will be fighting on the same side before their paths fully diverge at the end of this season. Then, Peter loses control, just like Peter 1 did at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. And both times, he had a friend there to intervene to stop him from going too far.
People look up to you. Don't throw that away.
In the alley, he lowers to meet Nico, like how Peter 2 lowered to meet Mary Jane in Spider-Man 1, but with a much different result.
I'm here.
Later on, May and Peter watch The Bachelor, which airs on ABC, which, like Marvel, is owned by Disney. And the episode ends with the reveal that Norman is trying to create his own army of spider people, which could lead into an adaptation of the Clone Saga or the Spider Island story, where everybody in Manhattan got spider powers. Episode 10 opens showing Peter stopping crooks in a parking lot.
Wait a minute. Wait. Really though? That's really a thing? Everybody became Spider-Man? I want to see that as a what if. Bruh, I really hope they bring what if back. I really hope they bring what if back. I want to see a what if on that, like, fully animated, episode, bruh. That would be so fucking crazy. Everybody became Spider-Man. The whole fucking city, big ass city too, became Spider-Man. I want to see that. I want to see that.
It's so sad. It's probably the last time these two friends will be
I want to see it.
Before their paths fully diverge at the end of this season. Then Peter loses control, just like Peter 1 did at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. And both times he had a friend there to intervene to stop him from going too far.
People look up to you. Don't throw that away.
In the alley, he lowers to meet Nico, like how Peter 2 lowered to meet Mary Jane in Spider-Man 1, but with a much different result.
I'm here.
Later on, May and Peter watch The Bachelor, which airs on ABC, which, like Marvel, is owned by Disney. And the episode ends with the reveal that Norman is trying to create his own army of spider people, which could lead into an adaptation of the Clone Saga or the Spider Island story, where everybody in Manhattan got spider powers. Episode 10 opens showing Peter stopping crooks in a parking garage, similar to when he confronted Aaron Davis in Homecoming. Then we learn a little bit about each intern's project. Now, we thought it was interesting that Asha created star maps for the aerospace team. So we keep seeing Marvel tie Wakanda to interstellar travel. Like in the comics, there's this whole storyline that showed Wakanda becoming an intergalactic empire instead of an isolationist nation.
What the
Actually,
fuck?
a great run by Ta-Nehisi Coates I highly recommend. And
What?
we see this same scenario play out in the game Marvel Rivals. Plus, in What If Season 1, we actually saw T'Challa leave Earth to become the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So when Norman reveals his space program, he calls it quantum tunneling, which is essentially the same thing as the jump network.
I'm getting on Marvel Rivals next time I get on this bitch.
In the Marvels, we learned that this network was created artificially by the quantum bands. So it makes sense that Norman was able to create his own artificial jump network. Now notice the hexagonal patterns on the map, just like the hexagons of the jump network we see in the movies. And if this planet looks familiar, it's because it's your mom. So this is an artificial Einstein-Rosen bridge, the wormhole that Jane Foster studied, and which she explains in Thor: Love and Thunder.
You ever see Event Horizon?
Looking for a treatment option that's right for you? Ask your healthcare provider for more information and visit Entivio.com. With Entivio, you may be paying as low as $5 per dose.
A lot of times people try to base their journeys off of what other people are doing.
Interstellar?
No.
That movie explained.
It's the Galaxy film. Also, in the Marvels, we learned that this network was created artificially by the quantum bands, so it makes sense that Norman was able to create his own artificial jump network. Now notice the hexagonal patterns on the become the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So when Norman reveals his space program, he calls it quantum tunneling, which is essentially the same thing as the jump network that we see in the Guardians of the Galaxy films. Also, in the Marvels, we learned that this network was created artificially by the quantum bands, so it makes sense that Norman was able to create his own artificial jump network. Now notice the hexagonal patterns on the map, just like the hexagons of the jump network we see in the movies. And if this planet looks familiar, it's because it's your mom. So this is an artificial Einstein-Rosen bridge, the wormhole that Jane Foster studied, and which she explains in Thor: Love and Thunder.
You ever see an Event Horizon?
No.
Interstellar?
No.
That movie explains everything really clearly. So that point A and point B coexist in space and time. Like that.
Norman mentions that they were able to replicate the technology after seeing something similar used by Asgardians in New Mexico from the first Thor movie, and by the Chitauri in the first Avengers movie. He also calls the Avengers a flawed group, which at this point in time is pretty damn accurate. The Avengers just created Ultron, destroyed an entire country, and then had an internal squabble that broke up the team and probably caused several flight delays in Germany. His rant about becoming gods sounds a lot like Johann Schmidt's in First Avenger.
Quite simply, gentlemen, I have harnessed the power of thoughts.
But then Doctor Strange appears through his sling green portal, name-dropping his home neighborhood.
The guy from Midtown.
Greenwich Village.
And, just like MCU Strange, he's quick with a pop culture reference.
Isn't 21 Jump Street? Am I going undercover in schools and blowing them up?
21 Jump Street, before it became a movie franchise, was a show about undercover cops working in a school. And then the season comes full circle with the Venom symbiote from episode 1 entering from Clintar, the symbiote homeworld. Strange sends it to the Dark Dimension, the realm of Dormammu that we saw in his first film. Then Strange and Spider-Man exchange names.
The name's Spider-Man. I'm Strange.
No more Strange than the gooey alien trying to kill us.
Similar to how they met in Infinity War.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, here's your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man then.
When Strange contains the symbiote monster, the hexagon pattern looks just like how Doctor
Back
Strange
in the
contained the spell in No Way Home,
Yeah.
and how Strange Supreme can take his universe in What If.
Yeah.
He uses the Eye of Agamotto to rewind time, which, coupled with his sling ring, actually allows him to physically travel back in time, something we haven't seen him do before in the MCU. So guys, I love this time loop aspect, how Peter is helping Strange in 2 different time periods, and how he causes his own origin to happen. And later on, he says,
I believe the things that are supposed to happen.
uses the Eye of Agamotto to rewind time, which, coupled with his sling ring, actually allows him to physically travel back in time, something we haven't seen him do before in the MCU. So guys, I love this time loop aspect, how Peter is helping Strange in 2 different time periods, and how he causes his own origin to happen. And later on, he says,
I believe that things that are supposed to happen always find a way to happen.
and this ties into the idea of canon events that we saw in Spider-Verse. Like, there are some events in the multiverse which just have to always happen, like Peter getting bit by the spider. He also asks him if he can reveal his future, and Strange says no, similar to how he couldn't reveal the future to Tony Stark in Avengers Endgame.
If I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
And in both time periods, he
No
ends
more.
the conversation with,
Good save, kid.
Good save, kid.
and of course, a little baby Venom makes its way through, setting him up to be a villain in Season 2. So Harry starts up a company for the Friend Turns, and his list includes Max Dillon, aka Electro, who in the comics
Notice
is a common
that.
street hood, but in the movies, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he is a super genius. We also see Scott Forbes, the FBI agent I mentioned earlier, Jean, who is the hero Finesse that we saw at the end of this episode, Ty Miranda is a roboticist from the comic book The Unstoppable Wasp, the same comic where Priya Argawal first appeared. Ned Leeds is, of course, Peter's best friend in the MCU film, so maybe they'll be able to reunite in this universe. Tiberius Stone goes on to run the company Alchemax in the Spider-Man 2099 universe. Adam Rodney is a YouTuber, Hayden Nixon is from the comic NYX, Ripley Ryan is a hero called Star, and Diane Jenkins was Spider-Woman for a while in the comics. So Lonnie leaves his jacket in the trash can, recreating the Spider-Man No More cover that we mentioned earlier. And we get lots of foreshadowing for Season 2. Finesse is working with Daredevil. Otto is designing his classic arms. Nico's parents' spirits appear to be trapped in her amulet. And Lonnie is starting to turn into his cement color from the comics. But the biggest twist is that Richard Parker is alive. Now, this was actually originally a deleted ending to the Amazing Spider-Man movies. And in the comics, Peter's parents did briefly return until it was revealed that they were android sent to mess with his head. Fun fact, though, Richard Parker in this episode is voiced by Josh Keaton, who has been voicing Spider-Man for years. He played Spider-Man in Spectacular Spider-Man, the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and he even voiced Agent Arachnid, the Spider-Man parody that we saw in Invincible Season 2. And the season ends with Peter's mask swinging into the camera, just like at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, guys, that's all the Easter eggs we found, but let us know if you found any down in the comments below or at me on Twitter. And if it's your first time here,
Don't you wanna? Let's go get my room.
Guys, I don't think there's bedrooms. I don't think.
I got me a stud. We in the bed.
Yo, I need a bed.
I'll go ahead and get my phone and my shit.
Lord have mercy.
I watched the first episode. I ain't gonna lie, but nah, fuck that.
So we gonna start it off with alright.
Try the strawberry shortcake snowball slush float and many more flavors in the Sonic app. Live free, eat Sonic.
Slush Rock?
Find the things you love.
Strong ass commercial.
Welcome to your Walmart.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Granger's here for you with professional grade supplies. Call down or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Some folk are born to like rom-coms, some they like kung fu, but when you're born with a fleshy cowboy head.
floor pen unused.
I don't need to worry, but Dre seems to be finding his way back to access. Things are finally getting back to normal.
Right as she says back to normal is great.
I'll see you later. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, yeah. I had to remember what episode I was on.
Sorry to burden you with all this. You can burden me anytime.
I mean, not to burden me or anything. I just, I'll babysit your trauma.
You burdened me over coffee.
It means a lot.
Oh.
If you ever need anything, I'm always available to. Oh no, I got it. See you later, bro.
Oh, my Peter's tingling. I gotta go.
Little Peter Tingle. Little Peter Tingle for sure. Oh, yeah. Got a measure. How does everybody want to text?
You're not just slightly worried about the school kids chasing us all over Harlem? Boy, ready for round two.
Table Tim's?
Yeah. I need an interior designer. Such a great open floor pen, unused.
I don't need to worry, but Dre seems to be finding his way back to access. Things are finally getting back to normal.
Oh, Right as she says back to normal is great.
I'll see you later. I love you.
I love you too.
This blue reflective shading in their hair is, I can't quite pinpoint the choice.
Just because it can't do fully black, I suppose. Give it some texture.
In comics, it's pretty common. Like Superman has like blue underlighting to make the black jet black.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because white is just like shiny.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I just need to identify the type of elements he's using to trace their energy output back to the source.
What about Stereo?
Whoa, who are those in the background?
Is that Cyclops?
Tritium. No.
Oh no, that's the
former
villain.
villain.
Yeah,
The Tritium.
I just got excited.
Lasers?
I doubt he's managed to harness the power of the sun.
Well done. I also like that they're Tony Starking at each other.
What if it's a lead polyethylene boron composite? What if it's asbestos? Biggest use for that kind of composite is for nuclear shielding, particularly with
Gamma radiation.
Oh,
buddy. He wouldn't really use that stuff, right?
Professor She-Hulk, let's go.
If the casing surrounding it were to overheat, it could melt and cause severe radiation burns, poisoning.
He doesn't give a
You could fuse a whole harness to someone's skin, Peter.
Thanks to you, we'll be able to get Octavius and his weapons off the street for good. This is the first step to.
Oh, shit. Avengers Tower.
Looks like it's headed towards Harlem.
Sooner, Peter.
On it.
Harlem's right next to Hell's Kitchen. The Hulk had the Harlem fight.
I wonder if Hulk hunts a car in this universe, if it's still like Avengers adjacent or MCU adjacent.
Nico, you live here?
My hot rod parked out front.
Hello there. I've noticed
noticed you've been pacing outside our door for a while.
I'm looking for a girl named Nico.
Nico! Someone's here to see you!
You.
Dishes, Emily.
I'll just let you kids talk.
He's so cute.
What do you want, Osborne?
I wanted to, sorry. One second.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, bye.
So
Wait.
skills.
Please, just, can we talk?
You hungry?
Oh, for food.
Wanna get some food?
But you're buying. And just so you know, I eat.
Yeah, let's go. It's a pizza.
So did you need something, or do you just pay for people's food to flaunt your money?
Dude, she folded the slice New Yorker.
It wasn't my place to tell you Peter's secret, and I know I really messed things up between you two.
Why? Peter's clearly more than content to keep me out of the loop while you guys play hero.
Love the genuine support character subplots. This is awesome.
And the genuine human reactions too. These moments, yeah.
What is wrong with you? Do you hate the idea of him being a hero that much?
It's not about him being a hero. It's about him moving on and leaving me behind.
Oh, never mind. Wow, that's even more real.
Sure, abandonment issues. Aww.
I know you would have blamed me for ruining everything, but the reality is, I'm not the one who kept all this a secret from you in the first place.
That is true. That is very, very, very true.
Peter didn't intentionally bring me on to Team Spider-Man. I only found out because I was in the right place at the right time.
Funny how that works out.
Hey.
I'll drive home.
Gotta let your balls down. Other people let their balls down.
I'm sorry.
What? Oh, I didn't hear that.
I said nice car. I can't even drive yet, and you could probably break the sound barrier with this thing.
No.
Teacher.
I can teach you.
What?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's not the car to learn in, Nico.
Alright. Oh my god, yeah, dude. Grind up the transmission.
Where are you, Octavius?
Sir? Oh, hello?
Yes.
I was filling my alarm.
I'll sync this computer with your suit. It should allow you to track energy like a beacon.
Just like the video game. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Osborne.
So cool. Cool. Slingshot.
Jesus. I'd say that attempt was pretty successful. Well, at least you didn't run the stop sign this time.
You letting your little goth girlfriend joyride to Hot Topic?
Who does
Wow.
I'm not the one who has to add fire on my car to make it seem like it's going fast.
Hey!
Secretary,
Take your phone out. It's Audi.
he's looking for it.
First one's a sub shop 8 blocks down.
Wait, what? Girl, crazy.
Race for peace.
She gonna actually race?
I was just gonna pick it up. It looks like a street race pop-up. So you know I had to bring it to you.
He's in the multiverse.
Earlier, when you had called her Beetlejuice, I think what you actually meant was Lydia.
Not man. Not man.
Is she gonna actually do this? She's smarter than this.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus. Free shipping, no order minimum. For all the things you wanted, plus the one thing you forgot. Plus, no worries. Plus, quick shipping means you can forget the forgetting ever happened. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
Looking for a treatment option that's right
Hands
for you?
on your head
Ask
while
your
you're
healthcare
on the
provider for more
floor.
information and visit Entivio.com. With Entivio, you may be able to pay as little as $5 per dose.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Lasting hydration doesn't have to feel heavy. The hydration skin needs with the weightless feel you want. CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Gel.
Now you can save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile, which means fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays for those who love family resorts and for those.
How is there time to race in New York City?
Yeah, when is there not traffic?
When is there not pedestrians everywhere? Dang, dude.
I don't think they're in Manhattan. No, jeez. Oh!
Yeah, okay. You got your own secret, Nico.
Follow your instincts. Oh boy. Oh yeah, the NAS.
Oh my god.
That would hit her. That would get her now. I do a post.
Hands on your head.
Where's Sway Lee at?
I can't believe you actually
Yeah, that was amazing.
Holy crap! Is that Harry Osborn?
Take it back.
Run.
Drive.
He needs his own secret identity. He is truly really famous, huh? Yeah.
That's up. Yo, Tombstone, you got someone here to see you.
Pearl? What are you doing here?
Oh, little brother.
Straight right in the mouth.
Can't ever forget
She
that.
does not need to be there.
I can't believe you're actually
Hands
here.
on your head, hands on your head, hands on your head,
That one kid looks like he's out of Fat Albert.
He does.
hands on your head, hands on your head.
Dre told me everything. He's worried about you, Ron. We both are.
Oh, the wound.
Don't push her away.
This isn't your world. You don't play around with this stuff.
He's got no choice.
Just let us help you.
Worried for her now.
Mans is
We're
listening.
approaching the point of no return.
I don't need your help. Or anyone else's for that matter.
Oh, stop that. You're a dead man.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
yeah.
she's
I
there.
forgot about the scorpion. Damn.
Oh.
Oh my god, that Spider-Man might show up.
Hands on your head.
Oh my god.
Are his arms exposed? Oh, okay.
Damn, sawed off.
Thought we were about to see something more lethal.
I brought a knife to a gunfight.
Oh,
wow.
There it is.
That was harsh.
Guess I just have to teach you some manners.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it doesn't have the mask on.
Stay here.
Early suit.
Why in the hell Rap Snack got big back honey bun?
I like that it's like a single Oz.
What the
tentacle.
fuck,
yeah.
Master P?
Anatomically, I think it should be lower to his butt though.
Set an example.
Oh no.
What happens when you try to play a hero?
Mind if I do?
Oh my god.
There he is.
Okay, I like that little theme right there.
After yelling her name, come on, Spider-Man.
As long as it's not like it's out of a fighting game.
Yeah, you take the safe, you get away with it.
Don't worry.
What's in the safe? Nice.
Hands on your head, hands on your head.
Interesting. This one feels like
Hands on
it's
your head.
Oh, 100%.
Before
Hands
I
on
met you,
your
I pegged you
head.
as a back of the bridge pretty boy. Didn't give you a chance. It was wrong of me to judge you like that. And you're not too bad.
We can be nicer to people.
You weren't completely wrong on all accounts. I am definitely a pretty boy.
Very deep.
He didn't trust me enough to let me into this huge part of his life.
I think he just wanted to protect you.
I was gonna say mirror combo.
It's one thing to risk your own life. It's another thing to be willing to risk the people closest to you. Maybe that was just a risk he wasn't willing to take.
You're a smart cookie.
Moving forward, you can count me as one of your friends too. But this time you could give me a real tarot reading.
Oh.
Don't blame me if your reading comes out bad.
Where?
Oh! Laugh into a kiss?
No, it's too soon.
Hands on your head.
No, go for the tongue.
Hands
Go
on
for
your
the
hands
tongue.
on
Let's
your
go.
hands on your hands on your hands on your hands on your hands on your
Not there yet, not there yet.
Wrap your hand around.
See you around.
Back at ya, us. Harry.
Oh.
Wow, you feeling the vibes?
Come on. Oh, she looked back at him. Peter, it's not any better. Now we're friends.
I'll tell you for free if I
Scorpion? No. Psycho pretending to be a scorpion? Yeah.
He's got a great handle on the tail. Oh, no. Damn.
He's not letting me reach him with that tail.
Use your environment, Peter.
Jackie Chan.
When Spider-Man comes in,
It's just like the game. They take total inspiration from the game.
There's been a bunch.
a bunch of different sources.
Hey, nice. Nice.
Nice. Oh, we're doing the mini Spider-Man thing? Oh,
Now he's. Oh.
Ah, it's like totally like Tasm 1, yes. He didn't crawl
damn,
enough, but
oh, damn.
close. Oh, finally we addressed it.
Great time for him to run
It's all
out.
tied up, sir. That psycho took all the web I had. Thanks, Mr. Osborn. I mean, I'm getting pretty good at this.
Maybe you shouldn't be saying Mr.
Pretty
Osborn.
loud.
Oh,
All right, Scorpion guy. Just wait here while I find a pest control professional to take you.
Spider-Sense?
No, he's breaking out of it.
This spider sense though.
Yeah. The gamma in him.
You gonna overheat, bro?
Oh,
yeah.
burning him. Fusing to his skin.
Oh, no. I welcome the pain.
We're out of my budget. Any idea?
Oh, wow. Why'd you take it out?
Why'd you take it out right away?
Bro. Oh, shoot.
Great way to raise the stakes.
Yeah, right.
I love that he ran out of wet fluid at this moment. That's so smart.
When you calm down, you can have your tail back.
Oh, no. They're gonna give him the Doc Ock origin, like, they're gonna fuse him to it, I think.
Looking like it. Ooh.
Oh. He's trapped in the scorpion suit in the comics, too. Whoa, the locked off shot. Great shot.
Get up, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Whoa, nice. That's fun.
Oh.
They bled the Spider-Man.
Oh.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Ooh, I didn't think they would do that. Oh.
I don't feel so good.
Somebody save him. Somebody save Peter. Oh my god.
Yeah, that moment right there had me kind of low-key scared. I was like, oh shit. He about to kill him. Like, he was really trying to take that man out. Now knowing this nigga just a high schooler, bro. Like, that's fucking crazy. Oh, that was so fucking crazy. I was like, oh my god, it was like a school.
GCU's MBA degree program is 100% online and can help you achieve your unique personal and professional goals to use business as a force for good. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
I'm gonna go to GCU. Hello.
Constant reminders of your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis can make it hard to be there when it
Why didn't start?
Oh my god. What the hell?
Man, Norman retreated. He's gonna show up in the Green Goblin suit.
Somebody save him!
Damn.
I think Norman's gonna save him.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
This is grim.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Rip. Get up, Spider-Man.
Get up.
Oh my god.
Green Goblin. Come on. It's gotta be.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you even have him show up like a hero. So smart.
It's just the glider though. Yeah, it's just the glider. Yeah.
Still great start.
Yeah.
Great start to it. Good team.
Wow, Peter climbs on the
Peter
glider.
riding the glider first, looking like how Toby did at the end of Spider-Man 1.
Oh my god.
Wow, dude.
I love the way they build up.
Wow, this is
Shadow of the tail.
Man. Alright, I guess we'll wait till.
This is such a good show, yeah.
Oh, and we get the
I guess we'll wait till next week.
I like
Stupid.
this more than Homecoming and Far From Home. I kind of like, honestly. Yeah.
I think this is narrative.
I want to take another shot,
Yeah.
but I shouldn't take another shot
Yeah, the
because
MCU Spider-Man.
I'm just
I
seeing
think
it
it's
now.
possible to make a great Spider-Man show, but I think he naturally works better as a show than a movie.
Alright.
Damn.
And maybe you guys have noticed.
So yeah, type shit. Right,
I've been on
type
some weight
shit.
for the past 10 days. I
Real
have
talk.
successfully been in a caloric deficit. This whole new eating regimen, so staying extra hydrated has been quite crucial for me lately. So while I've been drinking tons of water, I've also been incorporating today's sponsor again.
What's
A
going
product
on?
I have already been using.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
Damn. Well done.
Man.
We are in the dark night of the soul. Dark nightmare of the soul. Oh god.
Oh, damn, now all these people know.
Save John Gallo!
Is it radiated blood?
Where are you going with that? Ooh, How are you gonna explain this to Aunt May?
So hard. Yeah, she'll understand.
I bet they're gonna give her a short haircut.
It's okay, Peter. No one has seen your face. It's just me in here with you now.
And for a rich guy,
Well, we do have your blood.
you don't own many suits.
Where am I? Oscorp's experimental medical wing. My doctors monitored you overnight.
Mr. Osborn, I gotta talk to May.
I had Harry call and tell her you were spending the night at our place.
Oh,
Oh.
so she's...
Has no reason to worry.
Okay.
I
gotta stop him before someone gets hurt.
Slow down. Octavius is the
Don't
real
fall on.
And every day.
And thanks to you, I found him.
Let's end this then. Nobody else gets hurt. I'm ready.
I'm afraid that's not an option. The Spider-Man suit sustained heavy damage during your encounter with the Scorpion.
Cool. If you're nothing without the suit.
That's okay. What about one of the other designs? What are the bumblebee wings? I don't care.
No.
And he's learning the homecoming art.
Yeah.
You need to rest and heal. I'll alert the proper authorities to handle Octavius.
It's done way better.
I went up against the Scorpion, and I lost. When people get hurt, that'll be on me. I just don't know if I have the power to stop him. The power responsibility are through Scorpion, yes.
The second you embrace the true power of your abilities, you'll be unmatched. I don't want to see you get hurt again, but I'm afraid it will keep happening unless you push yourself to that higher level.
Gotta push past the limit.
If you're not willing to do that, then maybe our work together should end.
What?
That's the level I need Spider-Man at. That's the level I need you at, Peter. As soon as you're able, you can head home to your own.
Coming back to the earlier themes, he's like a leader.
Protecting me, bro? You brought me into this.
He's like a leader in general. I get it though. He's pushing him. I'm semi-enormous. I'm like 99%.
Well, yeah, and it builds on what they were talking about like early on in the show too.
I low-key thought Norman was gonna give the great power.
So did I. I was like,
yeah,
oh, what happened?
I was feeling it too.
Wild. Hey, let's go. And we're seeing some of his non-suit powers.
This game's gonna
I kind of forgot about them.
It's what? It's what? Too bad my ears don't anymore.
Why were you sneaking up there?
Is everyone okay in here?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Did you get mugged?
Yeah. Mugged. Stable output, strong current, functioning perfectly.
Just as your calculations predicted.
Yes, even I have to admit, this is a bit of a breakthrough, Parker. A minor breakthrough, like breaking through a wall of wet tissue. You three better own your project to match this level of such a hassle efficacy.
I'm sorry that I missed our demonstration, Dr. Connors. Mr. Osborn has been working on a special project.
Is that why they're turning this place into a zoo?
Are you sure you don't need any help from me?
Don't worry about it. Go home and get some rest.
There's so much fun with the audience on this.
There really are.
Well,
Man, I
Mr.
got
Osborn
rashes now.
noticed that, and that's why he expects such big things from you.
And I would hate to let him down. I think I already have. Thanks for everything, Dr. Connors.
Don't mention.
Hi, May. I'm home. I'll be about to
Peter, I watched The Bachelor last night without you. You have to hear.
They watched The Bachelor together? Oh,
What happened?
I don't know. You were about to tell me. May, don't freak out. Harry was just teaching me to skateboard and it didn't go well.
Football practice.
No, that's not how this works, kid. We are supposed to be a team. And if you're gonna stay out all night, I need to hear it from you. And if you come home beat up, I deserve to know why.
it doesn't seem like this.
With this ring?
Yeah.
I just don't want you to worry.
Well, too bad. I'm gonna work a lot. I care about you, Peter.
I heard more, but she's so
I keep screwing everything up, May. Nico's mad at me. Mr. Osborn's probably so disappointed. I feel like there's so much that I have to do and so many people that I have to do right by. And if I can't handle that responsibility, then I'm weak. I'm afraid I'll never be strong enough to be who I'm supposed to.
I love the way they fancy phrase.
You're stronger than you give yourself.
And that's crazy how these two on the screen again. Like that's funny. That's funny. That shit is funny.
That's not a weakness.
My God, she's made.
It's okay. You have been more than enough.
No, I love you and I'm here for you, but you're growing up, and I know Ben could have been your role model.
glad that I have you. I love you too, May.
Look, can I just get you to promise you won't try skateboarding ever again?
Sure. You got it.
Maybe they could upload Ben's consciousness to a computer, you know, like every letter he ever wrote, and like get him to
The two different types of mentions that he has in this episode.
Yeah,
The
Norman and May.
emotional comfort one and the leader general one.
I need is for you not to disturb me when I'm doing cutting-edge research.
You're playing that game again, aren't you?
He's playing Galaga. Don't think we didn't see that.
I'm just farming XP until the developers patch the exploit out.
This is the most Marvel joke they've done.
Vincent? That was quick.
Whoa!
You're in violation of the Sokovia Accord for the illegal harboring and selling of gamma-powered weapons.
Oh my god, to arrest him on behalf of Sokovia Accords is a brilliant nuance.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Hands up, Doc.
Well, you asked.
Octopus.
Music cue. Oh. It's like the Spider-Man theme scene that would swap.
Totally, very cool. So evil.
He didn't even take that much money.
You can't prevent sick days. That's why Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation. Or whatever happens next. Grab Kleenex.
You've dreamed up some delicious Domino's pizzas, like the viral pizza.
This is a perfect pizza.
And we want to see more. So now until March 2nd, we're making pizzas with any crust and any toppings just $9.99 each online. Try the viral pizza or invent a new one, only at Domino's.
Chores look different with Cox multi-gig speeds.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new home.
Yeah, there's a line here. Don't just walk into gunfire.
Whoa! Put the buds in, dance. Woo! Ow!
Eardrum shot.
Yes, you're in tremendous pain. You think I don't already know that?
Drop the earbud.
I like this version of Hawk. Very different than what I've seen before.
It's very elegant.
Totally.
Hey, that's why you weren't a professional dancer. Whoa!
Those 7 seconds of valor were worth it.
Ouch, man.
He stays ready.
My apologies, but I'm in a rush. I don't have any change to spare for the DFW.
Wow!
Not expecting that.
Start.
Oh, because he's cooperating.
Outside, yeah.
Iron Man to the rescue.
Oh, it's okay. It's the voice they usually get for him.
Someone called it
Ross, start. Did he do the, there's the Avengers trigger, right?
He did the Ice Mighty Heroes.
Nico! Wait!
Ooh.
Mysterio?
Whoa, nice. We love a trippy Spider-Man nightmare sequence.
Oh, the failing webs.
Ah! When?
Black Eye. Oh, yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Big thing.
Big changes. Oh, that sucks. Your Spider-Man show better go.
You should block him.
Yo, it's Nico. Leave a message or whatever.
Nico, it's Peter Parker. I'm trying to come up with more now, and all I'm doing is rambling on a voicemail message, and I don't know if you check your voicemail. I don't check mine.
That's what we record.
I know I hid this from you. The other me. I could have explained then why I'm doing it. I'm just trying to do the right thing. Whoa! Pearl?
Yeah, hey, where are you? We need to finish our assignment for Mr. Taylor's class.
What?
Oh, right.
Emma's running late, but she should be on the way to my house. I thought you'd be here by now.
Sorry, I'm coming. Don't worry.
No, go with that shirt. Go with that shirt.
The yellow shirt. That's that shirt.
May, I'm going out.
Okay, I love you. Be careful.
You can tell Peter you were just at like a raid situation. Or not raid, but like just got killed.
Hey, Pearl. Sorry, Emma.
Wait, yeah, it's all good. Emma texted that her dog's grandma died and bailed on us, so honestly, you get points just for showing up.
Wow.
Condolences to Emma's dog's family.
Points for writing your name.
Kinda looks like you had a rough weekend.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
I mean, he looks like Peter.
What are we supposed to be doing again? I must not have been paying attention last class.
We need to sketch out molecular diagrams for different elements and compounds.
Oh, argon's easy. 22 neutrons. 288 shell structure.
Wow, didn't realize you were such an argon fan.
Well, he's gonna show up to her window and realize he's stealing this girl.
I don't even know anything it's used for.
Welding, actually.
You do a lot of welding?
No, just when I made my bracelet.
My argon.
I think you need to grow your hair out if you want to be a Brooklyn bracelet guy, Katie.
Lol.
Look good with long hair. Kind of a surfer, beachy vibe. I love the beach.
Same.
Have they done that in the comics?
Yes.
You should see the beaches we have in
You have the mullet.
My family goes back sometimes, and it's always like a whole other world.
She's Filipino? Dang.
Yeah.
Yay!
You think Emma grew a conscience and decided to come help after all?
Representation of the city.
You weren't answering your phone.
Damn, good call, Aaron.
Well, Lonnie, been better. Listen, now's not a great time.
Something up? Oh, yes. The classic
Peter and
Spider-Man.
I were in the middle of working on a science project. You know, for the class you dropped.
It's not what it looks like.
That's cool. I can come back later.
Okay.
No, dude. I mean,
Didn't do it
Peter's
already.
not really a threat.
What happened on Friday with that guy Gargan? Wish you hadn't been there.
Did you know he was going to show up?
Oh.
He wanted to kill all of you.
Cool.
Everyone in that gang is probably running for it now. You can finally get out too, Lon.
I don't think so.
They won't come after you. They've obviously got bigger problems.
I'm not worried about that. I can't abandon the 110.
No, the way she tries to underplay it.
They're gonna try to take that apart.
Oh, he's like in.
He's really indoctrinated, damn.
You don't owe them, Lonnie.
Yeah, I do. They had my back when the Scorpions really rattled. And they put their bodies on the line to help protect us Friday night.
They get you.
I'd be thinking Spider-Man more than them.
I need to see this through with them.
I hate Spider-Man.
If you go back, I want nothing to do with you.
Damn, dude.
I understand. Guess this is goodbye then.
Wow. Plenty of
From
cheese in her
Japan.
video plays wrong. Cheese. That really sucks, man. This poor everyone. This poor Filipino woman.
Now he's the best. This changes everything.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Peter.
You're a good guy, Peter. Just when she's
Petey?
Just in the bathroom.
he's playing the tape recorder. I said,
Wow.
You can't go back to that group, please.
I know you might not understand this. I've had to make a lot of mistakes for my family's well-being. So I don't have the luxury of sitting around with Pearl and focusing on science homework like you.
sheesh.
I get what you're trying to do. But I gotta do this. So please don't get in my way.
You don't get it. Whoa. Lonely walk montage. Oh,
Oh, nice.
Good Spider-Man show.
yeah, you really know how to use the panels.
Can't practice, Pete.
So
I'm sorry, I ain't blessed with food.
Hey!
God is gracious, God is good. Let us thank you for this food. By him, we pray for
I need to show some about its entire run.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Ben.
Oh, man!
You just deserve someone like him to talk to. Someone you trust.
Talk to his picture.
Nico.
Oh
no. Oh, when he goes to Norman, he's gonna find bad Norman juice.
Mr. Osborne?
Peter, hello. Good to see you doing better.
Yeah, man, so glad you're okay. You have no idea how worried we were.
We were sitting here waiting for you.
Harry, give us a moment.
No, Dad.
I won't ask again.
I'm a part of this team, too. Unless Peter asks me to leave, I'm staying.
Oh, is that right? Sorry, he needs to get better at reading the room. There's something on your mind, isn't there?
I'm not sure I should even be talking to you about this, Mr. Osborne, based on our earlier conversation. Spider-Man is supposed to help people. I mean, he's supposed to keep bad things from happening, but Spider-Man got beat. And earlier I found out one of my friends is about to go after the Scorpion. I tried to talk him out of it. I'm trying to be better like you told me to, sir, but I don't know how. How do I get better?
Peter,
He's trying to truly make a difference.
the other night, the Scorpion almost killed you. You know why? Because you held back, and he didn't.
On the kill?
You may pull your punches, but your opponents don't. You shouldn't fear your own strength, Peter. You don't run from power.
Oh no.
You embrace it. Take it from me. With great power comes great respect.
Oh, damn.
You need to give the world a reason to respect you.
Yeah, what a twist.
Car's ready for you downstairs, sir.
Be right there. I have a small errand to run.
Oh man, that is
So clever.
warping us to someone with power hunger.
So,
But Peter,
what was that
Spider-Man
about?
learns to do the right thing in spite of not having respect.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good subverting of expectation.
Respect is about more than power.
Why the hell's you call us here, John? Gotta leave. Old Gargan got his little upgrade. Well, it seems like you got play. You don't talk to John like that.
Oh no. Oh shit.
John, hold up, close. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Cut it out. It's a pity that this is what I'm used to dealing with.
No way, really?
Such inelegant gangsters.
Oh, it's a mask.
Dimitri.
Okay, interesting. They showed it like it's a mask this time.
Secrecy's for the best. My face has had a recent string of bad publicity.
Yes.
This is what we scrape together.
Oh, love the look.
Mac Gargan. He has become almost like Iron Man with a tail.
Huh?
I never met the man myself, but my accomplice did, and she came out of the experience a very different woman. How do we know you're not making all this up?
I mean, some people saw the Scorpion.
This is where my crew was set to meet with Octavius. Want gear? That's where to get it. But move quickly. Farewell, Donovan. Tombstone. And the rest.
And oh, you didn't get your name. Those are his name.
Finally, people, we gotta even the playing field.
Escalation.
No one's on board with this here.
That
Exhausted, man.
tombstone.
So motivate them, Tombstone.
You heard, Don. Gargan's days are numbered.
Taking his football leadership into
1, 10, 3, 1, 10, 3, 1, 2, 3.
What to do?
So do you guys think that Big Dom's gonna die and then Tombstone takes over and think he's gonna betray him and get power?
That's a good question.
Could see it happen.
Are you listening? You seem really antsy.
Of course I'm antsy. Your dad basically said that he and I might have to stop working together.
Wait, what?
Spider-Z.
What?
Is he gonna bill me for all the money he spends on Spider-Man stuff? Because I do not have $1 zillion lying around.
Just specifically for the dinner.
What did he say?
He said I need to step up. I need to get better. I have great power, so I should use it so people will respect me.
Sound right.
My dad has a lot of power, and he has a lot of respect, but he is not Spider-Man. You are.
Oh man.
Oh, what Spider-Man needs to do.
$7 power was out, so I couldn't get no fucking no posters for tomorrow.
I mean, that's
So-
what Spider-Man needs to do. He needs to get back out there. But I still don't have a suit.
Yeah, you do.
Getting it?
rid of one? Said you wanted to add some color, so I started chatting with some of Oscorp's engineers to see what they could do.
Hey, man.
I also shared a couple pics of those doodles you keep in your notes.
Yes.
I know, right?
Repeat, truck hijacking in progress. All units converge on Midtown.
I'm so glad they didn't show it. Repeat, Spider-Man, get you superhero land or something. Go get him, Tiger. Next episode, let's go. Finale time.
That's messed up. Nicely done.
Messed up.
Correct.
Hey, Mickey.
Have a nice day.
What time it is?
See you tomorrow.
Mickey 17, only Peter Smart 7. Tickets on sale now. Rated R.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus. Free shipping, no order minimum. For all the things you wanted, plus the one thing you forgot. Plus no orders. Plus free shipping means you can forget that forgetting ever happened. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
Plus what?
Together with Black Health and Morehouse School of Medicine, Advil developed a college-level course to address racial inequality in health care.
Ok, ¿listo para ahorita hablar del salario?
What the fuck?
I can apply for all my oil changes every 5,000 miles. Been coming here for several years. The technicians are very
There was a thing called Avengers Academy where there were young trainees, and one of them was Taskmaster's daughter. I would never have known her name was Jean or Finesse.
Frenemies to the Wasp joined AIM. Okay.
AIM is an evil.
For the Spider-Man experience, you have to sync up with your copy, though.
This video is brought to you by Straight Arrow News. More on them in just a bit. All right, Aaron, let's go. Is this Aaron's surprise? Did you?
Yeah, that's nigga.
We cut the rap out of the last MVP.
The Kobe Accord, that was the most Will Smith coded thing I've ever heard. Amazing. Wicked Spider-Man.
Nicely done.
Violated the Accord. That was the Spider-Man Super Bowl halftime show.
Octavius, you got a visitor.
That's Dr. Octavius. I don't know the public defender.
It's not a lawyer, doctor.
That was really awesome, Aaron. I'm still thinking about it. I'm really glad you followed through with it.
Oh shit! You're gonna have to do it again for the finale.
Yeah, of course.
Not too bad. We're looking good. Oh, me? You know how it is. Oscorp is better than ever. We've really expanded the business since your departure. We're even close to space exploration.
Space Force.
Hey,
They look good well.
And how are your endeavors going? Oh, right.
they said keep a suit.
Not how you planned. After making your grand exit from Oscorp and referring to me as your intellectual inferior,
Wolf.
you vowed that one day I'd be begging you for a job. I've forgotten my resume. Apprehended by Iron Man. Love that for you.
Excellent reflection.
Stark might be wearing the armor, but I put you here. I found your warehouse. I tipped off Secretary Ross.
Oh no.
I finalized a deal with him to sell every invention and schematic that was
And that's so fucking funny. Once again, Doc Ock is on the same screen. Alright, what the fuck, man? That's 3 times.
Damn.
Probably more than that.
Me or yourself? You hid in the shadows and reaped the benefits of someone else's work. Surprise, surprise. Like a parasite, the society rewards for the put on a suit and smile and make them believe you're more
This is an ego battle between the two, man.
It's a way more interesting arc.
Yeah, just think of that. Just think of
I won, and you've lost.
Wow.
For once, just try and be gracious in your defeat.
You want nothing! Nothing but the full attention of Dr. Otto!
wow, that's straight.
Damn.
I'll get you, you evil bro.
Evil Negro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn. That was one.
That was a great scene.
Scenes. Even if Otto didn't talk, I was already thinking I am liking him way more now. Yeah. But when we started talking, just added to it. That was great.
In time to get what we need. You might not have noticed, man, but there's cops over there.
I got eyes, Dozer.
Eyes, Dozer.
We need to step up and get rid of these fools. These boys are good. The only thing standing between us and getting what we need to end this war with Gargan and the Scorpions.
The gang war dynamics are fantastic. It feels so much like comics.
I don't think that's what we can win.
There's stakes to them.
Just a couple of cops. By the time they know where to hit them, they'll have more weapons than start.
Yo, they're leaving a lot.
This is gonna be easier than I thought. Let's go.
Now's the time to talk, Tombstone.
Yeah.
You're in it. That'll be cold.
I like they're holding off on showing him in the suit.
Things have been all over the place lately, you know? I get that. Trust me. I really do. But at least now we've got each other.
And bubble tea.
We'll have to make this a regular thing. I love that.
Oh.
She's getting all kinds of friends.
Nico, it's Peter.
His voice now.
Parker.
Uh-oh. Caught up in this.
Great action.
Oh, it's all going to fly. Who's that baby driver? Went right for the cop cars. Jeez. Oh, this is cold as hell. Of course. Oh, man, why aren't you guys wearing masks at least?
Just watch and learn, kid.
This is great. It's all coming together. Good call. Awesome. Great use of the panels.
I didn't know how to ever say it.
Oh no, I'm sick.
I'm feeling his stomach.
It's a literal collision course.
Kittenville.
That was such a good reveal.
Yes, that was awesome.
That was so well done. Oh, I got serious nipple chills. Yeah.
With light behind.
And she was already like kind of smiling at seeing Peter's voicemail beforehand.
And to be honest, that's kind of all I wanted to show. Jefferson's about to turn 9 o'clock.
Wow, that suit looks incredible.
I'm gonna fuck with y'all. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day.
Are that hydrogen matter super Tiva HS